Mic check. The battery's running low, guys. Oh no, the battery's full again. Bala supercharged it with his anger and disappointment in me as a human. I can't, I'm sorry. He's after me in a big way. Do not sit in the VIP section.
It's a playoff time against the Kings 11 against the Patriots. The TU Stadium in Kathmandu. I'm having Sanyukta's pose.
Oh, nice, yeah. So, I don't know what clothes to do. Always 1 foot forward. Look at how bored they look up top.
There is some action, man.
Foot wobble. That's all he ever says. 4, 2. Mic is on. Lovely. Hello and welcome. I'm Andrew Leonard. I'm your host for today's Riddy City Cement, presenting the How's That pre-game show. You might be wondering why I'm all dressed up. It's time for the playoffs of the 2018 TVS Everest Premier League. I'm a bit excited, probably a bit overexcited, because was it a practical joke or where was the dress code memo, Farvez?
Indeed, I mean, it's a playoff time, so you look better.
So I've got my co-host to my left here, the great former Sri Lankan cricketer. We got Farvez Maharouf. And Farvez, you must be excited. 4 games to go in this year's tournament. Excited after yesterday's fireworks from Kevin O'Brien.
Definitely lit it up yesterday, and that knock made sure that the Chitwan Tigers came into the squad, and it's going to be an interesting game. First qualifier against the Patriots. I think I'm looking forward to a good game.
Yeah, so today's first game of the playoffs is first against second. So why are the Kings here? And more importantly, why are the Bratnagar Warriors out?
I thought because of the 18th over, Kevin made sure that that Paras Katka's over. He made sure that Bratnagar went out, and that we got that Chitwan Tigers into the team. And I thought Kings 11 have the momentum, winning the last 3 games coming into the game, but Lalitpur Patriots has been really good. So it's a cracker of a game today.
Yeah, it was 3 sixes in the 18th over from Kevin O'Brien. They needed 13 runs and 6 balls. Paras Kadka took the ball in his hand. The first ball sailed over the rope here in front of us at long off. The third ball went over long on. And the 5th ball was the biggest of the lot. And he punched the air because that knocked the reigning champions, the Warriors, out, much to the disappointment of the local crowd. Paras Kadka gone.
Absolutely. I mean, Kevin O'Brien, I'm not sure what a good player he is. I mean, played with patience to start with, and he knew when to attack, and he finished off in style.
Yeah, all about today now. So it's the first game of the playoffs. It's first against second. It's the Lalitpur Patriots who topped the group table against the Kathmandu Kings 11. They finished second. How do the playoffs work, Farvez? What happens in the next 4 games?
I think the winner of this will straight and go to the finals, and the loser of this will have another cherry of the ball, and whoever wins tomorrow will play the losers of today in the day after the eliminator to the final. So on Saturday is the final. So it's a good format rather than having 2 semi-finals. I mean, that's why the league stage is very important to become 1 or 2, so that if you lose, you get another cherry.
Yeah, you're spot on, Farvez. So today, first v second, the winners will go straight to that grand final of the TVS Everest Premier League. That's going to be on Saturday, the 22nd of December. This is the first game of the playoffs, though. We got to talk about some star men. Let's talk about the Kathmandu Kings yesterday. An easy selection, Kevin O'Brien.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been among runs as well as wickets as well. I mean, looking at the other 2 foreigners as well, they have done well so far. But overall, I like to see the Nepali players coming into the plate as well, especially in these special games. I mean, it's all about all the foreigners dominating in every team. So I like to see a few of the Nepali boys putting their hands up and grabbing this opportunity.
Yeah, the reason he's the star man today, he's the 4th highest run scorer in the tournament, the 4th highest wicket taker. He's averaging 91.5 with the bat, Farvez. That's not bad going by anyone's standards. The Patriots star man, for us, it's got to be Gareth Tomar, the 2nd leading run scorer in the tournament, a strike rate of 165.
And also, Tomar has been magnificent throughout the innings. Last game he missed out, but I'm pretty sure that he's up for it today. And also I'd like to bring up the Cole Swala, the wicket keeper from India. You know, he plays a pivotal role for Patriots. What he does is he doesn't give his wickets easily and, you know, bats from one end and just manipulate the singles and get the other batsmen to do the striking. So I think he's going to be key as well today.
Yeah, and of course Gareth Tomar second to just Ravinder Singh. But his run scoring strike rate of 165 makes him so threatening. The group stages, one little stat for you, Farvez. We've had 15 games. 11 of those matches won by the side chasing the total. Just 3 won by the side batting first and 1 super over. You think either captain who wins, they'll probably look to bowl first today?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's what Kings 11 did, as well as the Patriots when they played last. They did the same. So I'm expecting them to do the same. But saying that, chasing down in this slow track, it's going to be a uphill battle for the chasing team.
It's not just the on-the-field action, of course, it's the off-the-field action as well. Use that hashtag, EPLT20. We might have a chance for an expert one-handed catch in the crowd for 50,000 rupees. We've already seen 2 of them. And, of course, the Kingfisher cheerleaders will be getting the crowd going throughout. So let's go take a look at the pitch report, which Farvez took a little bit earlier on.
Qualifier 1 between the Patriots and the Kings 11, and the winner takes all. Whoever wins this game straight to the final, and whoever loses will have another bite of the cherry. Winnie playing the 3rd and 4th place, who's going to play tomorrow. Looking at the centre wicket, they are losing the centre wicket in the middle, and it looks like dry wicket. And historically speaking, this wicket has been low-scoring affair, and it shows me just that it's going to be a slower game. So I think team winning the toss would like to bat first in this. I mean, it looks drier. Maybe historically even Kathmandu won the toss yesterday and bowl. Maybe they do the same. But if we're going to this game,
Pitch report with Farvez, who's magically disappeared. He was out there moments ago. So it looks like we're back on the centre wicket of the 3. And we've seen low scores on that pitch so far, but the ground staff have been putting a huge amount of work in over the last 5 or 6 days. The reason they've been doing that, the fans want 4s and 6s. We want higher scores. We want a good cricket wicket to give both sides the opportunity to progress to the grand final. It's first v second. It's the Lalitpur Patriots against the Kathmandu Kings. And about now, I think it might be time to go over and look at the toss, because Rohan Mustafa, the captain of the Kings 11, he's with the Patriots captain, Gurendra Malla, and they're both joined by Navneet.
Games done, just 4 remaining. We started with 6 teams. We're down to 4. It's the playoff time here in the TVS Everest Premier League. And today, it's number 1 versus number 2. A winner, direct entry into the finals. We're ready for the toss here. Gyanendra Malla for the Lalitpur Patriots. Rohan Mustafa for the Kathmandu Kings 11. Gyanendra to toss. Tails the call from Rohan. And heads it is. Gyanendra wins the toss. And you decide to... Any reason for that, or simple strategy you're continuing to do what worked well for you?
Yes, it's a simple strategy. We want to make it happen like habit. So happy with the toss as well.
This is before is history. It's time to get your A game again here.
Yes, very true. Like we are looking forward to it. Like we are starting from the 0. So everybody is ready for that as well. So I think we are ready for that.
Any changes to your team?
We have one change. The Rashid Khan is going out, and in place of him, Surya Tamang is coming in.
All the best.
Thank you.
Rohan, batting first, is that what you wanted to do?
I think in a quite pressure match, I think batting first is a good. Even when I play DPL, so I would like to bat first, because in such kind of pressure game, it's good to bat first.
And any changes to your team?
Yeah, Amar is out, and again Shamshad, left-arm spinner, is in.
You'll have had some good momentum, 2 wins in 2. All the best.
Thank you very much.
There you go. First qualifier, Gyanendra Malla and the Patriots have won the toss. They're going to be doing what they've done all along. They're going to be bowling first.
How's that pre-game show? I'm Andrew Leonard, and it's playoff time. That's why I'm in the suit. Really looking forward to today's action. Lalitpur Patriots, they won a crucial toss. No surprise to see that they're going to bowl first. Make use of these early conditions, see if they can exploit some movement, restrict the Kathmandu Kings to a total, and then chase it down. We've seen 11 of 15 matches in the group stages. They've been chased down by the side batting second. So realistically, it could be advantage Patriots after that toss. They did top the table. And remember, the winner of this game today, it's first v second, will go straight to the grand final on Saturday, the 22nd of December here at the Lalitpur International Cricket Ground in beautiful Kathmandu. The sun is trying to peek through the clouds. We've got a beautiful plane going over the sky. But for now, let's get up to the commentary box. It's nearly time for the action to get going.
Hello, very good afternoon. Kathmandu for the first qualifier between Kathmandu Kings 11 against Lalitpur Patriots. And it's a beautiful day, much warmer. And a very good game up in hand. It's the Patriots and the Kathmandu Kings 11. Just waiting for. Let me welcome my co-commentator, Navneet.
Thank you, Parvez. Yes, good to be here. And just 4 games left in the tournament. Really is the business end of the TVS Everest Premier League. And a much better afternoon today, you'd have to say, in comparison to how it was yesterday. It was very cold, but a lot better this afternoon. And it's the Patriots who ended up at the top of the table, taking on Kathmandu Kings 11, who ended in second spot. Quick look at the teams here, the foreign signed players here, Sunny Patel, Kolsawala and Gaurav Tomar. They've been exceptional for the Patriots, and they're taking on the Kathmandu Kings 11.
Yeah, Kathmandu Kings 11 dominated by the foreigners mainly, Kevin O'Brien, skipper Ron Mustafa, Pradeep Sahu, the Indian leg spinner. What a turnout he had yesterday. Wickets, catchers, runs, and as well as a good bowling up from the Nepali boys. As we see the umpires walking to the middle. I'm pretty sure that we've got to have a big game today. The crowd is coming in for the first qualifier. Winner takes it all. The winner of this will be straight in the final on the 22nd Saturday.
Yes, Gyanendra Malla won the toss, and you heard from him. Very easy decision for him to decide to bowl first once again. It's worked very well for them thus far. And their opening batsmen in the form of Gaurav Tomar and Kolsawala have done most of the scoring for them in the second innings. And they're going to go with the tried and tested formula. So no hesitation from the captain in bowling first. And they put the Kings 11 into bat. And opening the batting for the Kings 11 is going to be the captain himself, Rohan Mustafa. And he's going to be joined by Amit Shrestha. Scored an excellent half-century a couple of games ago. So there's 2 batsmen who are in pretty good form. But they're up against one of the highest wicket takers this season of the TVS Everest Premier League. The right arm off spin of Sunny Patel. Intriguing contest, Maruf.
Indeed, and also very interested to see how the wicket's going to play. From just having a look, doing the pitch report, Navneet, it looked a very slow, very soft on the top. So pretty sure it's going to be a low, slow wicket. One of those wickets is going to be, the run's going to be very hard to score by. And also, Patriots going to chase down. So it's going to be a fascinating against the Patriots and the Kings 11. You see Amish Shrestha, 100 runs in 5 games with a strike rate of 98 and a high score of 50. Once he gets going, he's one of the batsmen that the will be hard to stop by.
Right. 5 for 12 in his last match. Sunny Patel, the only bowler to have taken a 5-wicket haul in this season of the TVS Everest Premier League. And he's going to be bowling around the wicket to the left hand with Rohan Mustafa. And an interesting field. They have 5 on the offside inside the 30-yard circle, 2 on the leg side, and they have a long on as well for the captain. And we're just about ready. This is the first qualifier. The winner of this game gets a direct entry into the final. Here we go. 15 games done. The final 4 games. Qualifier 1. Patriots versus Kathmandu. There you go. He does that ever so often and so subtly, angling it into the left-hander. Makes it difficult to get any sort of width or room.
Indeed, especially to a leg spinner bowling.
He's not someone who give you a lot of air. He's not going to be flighting those deliveries. He's going to be pushing it through. And with the new ball especially, it's going to skid through as well. So very little time for the batsman. And you don't want to be playing with a cross-batted shot here.
Runs. The third man boundary. A thick outside edge towards third man. Also, I feel Navneet, in this wicket, it will be the best time to bat with the new ball. I guess once the hardness of the ball goes, and the wicket is dry, it's going to be a hard task for the batsman to manipulate the singles.
Yeah, we're playing in the center wicket today. Shot. Excellent shot. He pushed it through once again, did Sunny Patel, but Rohan Mustafa was up to the task, opened the face of his bat and angled it between the third man and backward point fielders. Boundary for the Kings 11.
Yeah, using all the pace what Sunny Patel gave there, Rohan Mustafa, gliding it through the gap between the short point and the short third man. That'll give him a good lot of confidence. It's captain Rohan, huge responsibility in his shoulders.
Is going into in this game.
Place of Amar Singh Rotwela, and for the noticeably for the Patriots, they have left out Rashid Khan. Very impressive throughout. The bit I saw I was very impressed, but the team management has gone horses for courses for a slower track, playing extra spinner.
Just a quick reminder. The last time these two teams played, the Patriots brought their A game and they defeated the Kings 11 by 10 wickets. They were exceptional on the field and with the ball, and with the bat, the openers were good enough. Gaurav Tomar and Kolsawala finished it off in just 12 overs, or 11 overs in fact. By far the most convincing performance that we've seen in this edition. So some scores to settle for the Kings 11.
Indeed. But Kings 11 ever since then have had a good run, have some momentum coming into this game. It's all important qualifier.
Just went with the arm
No spin whatsoever, and the batsman misses it. And mind you, that's the only game that the Kings 11 have lost. Their second game this season, the second league match that they played, and that was against the Patriots. Another swing, another miss. Brings a slip in.
A clear plan by Saraf, not giving anything in the arc for Amit Shrestha to go towards mid-wicket. Trying to go across with the angle. And see a side change in the field, the slip fielder. Going towards short cow point.
Three and all. 3 swings and 3 misses for Amit Shrestha. But his feet not going anywhere. Still warming up, you would say, on a very chilly afternoon here in Kathmandu.
Yeah, Amit Shrestha predominantly a leg side player. And missing out on 3 occasions, 3 cut shots.
This time he has a lot of it to offer. Frees his arms, and poor fielding there by the Patriots. And Amit Shrestha comes back for 2 runs and he gets off the mark.
Side misfield there by the field at short cow point. Going Amit Shrestha for a couple of runs. Have you seen the replay? Oh, right through the Sydney Harbour Bridge there. Again, 4 in a row. It's the end of the second over. Kings 11 for no loss.
$11 for no loss in the first 2 overs for the Kathmandu Kings 11. It's always going to be the wickets column that's going to matter the most here in these wickets. On these conditions, it's going to be Sunny Patel to continue. Shot. Excellent shot. But Miroff gets behind it, and just a single to the captain. They look calm, composed. They have a good batting lineup, and the informed Kevin O'Brien struck a fantastic 45 yesterday to take the Patriots to number 2 on the points table. And not just that, that was good enough. His innings and the 3 sixes at the very end was enough to eliminate the defending champions, the Biratnagar Warriors, and give the Chitwan Tigers another chance. And here are the 5 wickets that Sunny Patel took in his previous game. 2 wickets to the right-hander, and then the left, the top edge. He's been good all through the season so far, Sunny Patel. And conditions that he'd love to bowl on.
He's been very impressive, Sunny Patel. Got 5 in the last game, as you said, Navid. Ruan Mustafa missed out there. Huge ring of offside fielders there. 6 in the offside, 3 in the leg side. By Sunny Patel, the plans are pretty clear. It's good bowling against Sunny, not giving much weight, wicket to wicket, back of the length. And Ruan Mustafa giving all the respect that Sunny Patel demands. I mean, not taking much risk and not giving maybe easy wickets.
Shot. Straight to covers though. And come to the end of the 3rd over, 13 for no loss. For those of you just tuning in, this is the first qualifier of the TVS Everest Premier League. The Patriots, who finished at the top of the table, taking on team number 2, the Kathmandu Kings 11. Gyanendra Malla won the toss, decided to bowl first. It's going to be Pawan Saraf to continue from the far end. And you can continue to talk to us via hashtag EPLT20 while we see another overthrow. Unnecessary this from the Patriots.
That's very poor by the Patriots. Not showing much agility there. Toma at mid-on, not backing up. Shrivastava.
Now angles it away across the right-hander, and he's trying to drag it to the leg side. You want to get your eye in, settle down, and then you can get the runs. Kevin O'Brien has been showing this to every other batsman all through the season. He takes his time, and eventually towards the end, he ends up with a strike rate over 100. And I find it quite surprising most of the batsmen still continue to force the issue early on. That's much better. Very quick to adapt. He was looking to play across the ball in the previous delivery. This time, holds on, goes to his back foot and finds the gap on the offside behind square.
Finally much better by Amit Shrestha. Finally getting connected. Smashing it through the cow point boundary there. Predominantly a leg player, but still managed to sneak it through there.
This time looks for the heave over mid-wicket. There's a fielder running in. 2 of them. Excellent catch. He'll be absolutely livid with himself, Amit Shrestha. This has been what has happened with most of the Nepali batsmen all through the tournament. They get a boundary instead of looking for the single and rotating their strike and getting to the non-strikers, and they go for another big one and lose their wicket in the process. And Amit Shrestha here will be disappointed with himself.
Yeah, lack of experience and time awareness there by Amit Shrestha, going for a big shot after getting bound in the previous. Not that good. A good catch, running catch from deep mid wicket. As he lose, the Kings 11 losing the first wicket. It's 19 for 1.
It's a happy-looking Lalitpur Patriots contingent. They've been an exceptional team to have won 4 on the trot. Sagar Pund, the new batsman, walking into the centre. He scored 80 runs so far, the highest score of 39. He would love to get 39 today. this is the all-important qualifier. The winner goes through to the final. Like I said, the Lalitpur Patriots, they've won 4. Certainly have been the team to beat this season. Smart tactics here from Pawan Saraf. He saw Amit Shrestha going across the line, invited him to do the same again, and he did that. And they had a fielder positioned exactly for that shot, and Amit Shrestha fell trap to it.
Single there, Rohan Mustafa to a short third man. Good batting there by the skipper. That's the end of the 4th over. Kings 11, 20 for 1.
Going to be a bowling change from the pavilion end. It's going to be Sandeep Johra to be bowling from the pavilion end. Excellent catch at deep mid wicket for Sandeep Johra. For a second it looked like the mid-on fielder and Sandeep Johra are going to collide. But it was good that the mid-on fielder pulled out. That helped the deep mid-wicket fielder Sandeep Jora to hold on to the catch quite comfortably. And he has the ball in his hand now. It's going to be bowling to the captain, Rohan Mustafa. Two teams in which the foreign players have been the standard so far this season. For the Patriots, the Indian trio of Sunny Patel, Gaurav Tomar and Kholsawala, all been exceptional. Where did that come from? Still warming up is Sandeep Jora.
Cold fingers by Jora. Not a good start. Lobbing a huge full toss towards leg side, and Rohan Mustafa is not going to miss out on that. Smashes it towards the short fine leg boundary. And pressure towards Jora again. The power play. Wide delivery. Not a good start here.
He'll need to get his radar back on target very quickly here, Sandeep Jora. Is that another wide? Yes, it is. Very poor start for Sandeep Jora here. Finding it hard to control the new ball. Much better.
Pulling the length back, Jora there. Slight misfield of his own bowling, allowing Rohan Mustafa to sneak a single. You see Sagar Poon, the experienced Sagar Poon taking guard. And needs to come good. And Sterling before that. Nepali players should, especially in the Kings 11 side, to get into the group, helping out the foreigners as well, rather than putting all the work towards the foreigners.
Shot! Beautiful shot! 6 runs! He flighted that Sandeep Jora, and that came right out of the middle of the bat from Sagar Poon. And the first 6 of the game.
Good shot by Sagar Poon. First smashes it over long off for a 6. I reckon Jora struggled to grip the ball this cold weather.
Short ball this time on the back foot. Punches it down the ground for just the single. He's conceded 14 runs already in these first 4 deliveries.
Two crucial deliveries coming up. Already 14 out of 4 deliveries in the power play. Good delivery there. Good comeback by Jora. Not giving much width to Rohan Mustafa to free his arms to go through offside.
Another good shot, another misfield and another boundary for the Kings. Poor fielding so far. 5 overs completed, 38 for 1. We head into the final over of the power play, and they'll be very happy with the start. The Kathmandu Kings 11, 38 for 1. As the star spinner for the Patriots, Raj Banshi, will come into bowl his first over from the far end. And a change in the commentary box. Going to hand it over to Andrew Leonard and Francis Mackay.
Thank you, Nav. And as we saw in that last over, starting to get a few boundaries away and build that momentum, and if they can continue it into this last over of the power play, it's going to look like a very handy power play indeed. steady start there. Just knocked back to the bowler. A little bit of grip on the surface there, and good morning, Andrew.
Yeah, good afternoon. Feels like good morning, doesn't it? It's cold again. A little bit chilly. Good running from Mustafa. Direct hit might have been close. Very confident and assertive towards his junior partner, Pun. As Nav just said, they're going to be delighted with this start, aren't they, the Kathmandu Kings?
Yeah, well, we've seen it's pretty hard to come by the last few games in the innings, and so far they've taken to it pretty easily. Looks like they're able to access the boundaries, and then we've just seen another piece of good running from these two.
There's the Kathmandu Kings owner. He's waving the banner. Brilliant shot from the skipper. It's probably going to sail all the way for 6. Elegantly timed. He looked in full control of that shot.
It's a brilliant shot, isn't it? That's pretty hard to bowl to as a spinner as well, knowing that he's going to get a little bit of turn back into the left-hander. He's just made use. We're back to the centre square, but he's made use of the turn, hitting with the spin, and lovely shot for 6 there.
Yeah, just checking on that, and it was indeed rightly signalled for 6, as it just snuck over the TVS Apache hoarding there. Luckily the Kingfisher cheerleaders weren't on the podium at the time, as it could have caused a little bit of damage there, but they were safely on their seats. But they were up dancing soon after, because Mustafa's got this innings going. We're on the middle pitch today. The cheer behind you that you hear is as the umpire signals the 6 correctly. Very clever batting from Mustafa. I love to see a batsman batting in a cap, and he might cap for the entire innings if he's going to be there. You see the 6 again. It was nice timed. He didn't try to overhit it. No man behind square on the leg side, so a safe shot. Nearly a bike, in fact. Good batting, getting Mustafa back on the strike. Do you think they will bowl any seam during this innings? Rashid Khan left out.
Yeah, it's a little surprising, but I think potentially with the way this wicket's played, it has been a wee while since we've been on the centre strip, but we did see prodigious turn, and we've seen a little bit again, a little bit of grip off the surface today, so he might be in the cap for quite some time today.
Slog sweep this time. The man had gone behind square. He's running around. He can't get there. A diving, sprawling effort. That's going to be 6 more. Great effort from Corky. But Mustafa with 6s in the over off Rajbanshi.
Again, that man had just moved a bit squarer after the first shot, and then he accesses that more towards that mid-wicket gap, and we're going to see a sprawling attempt at the catch, but look from us, and at the end of 6 overs, 3 for 1. Just seeing some of the batting highlights so far, and that the 1 wicket to have fallen in the power play, but after that puts away that very, very loose ball, and from then we've seen some pure striking both down the ground and into that leg side as well off the spinner.
That was the sprawling in the deep, and it's going to be Corky to bowl, and we were just questioning whether we were going to maybe even see 20 overs of spin in the innings. Yogendra Singh, he's going to bowl his medium. Realistically, with the pace he bowls at, it's going to be pace off, the keeper up to the stumps. Lalit Narayan Rajbanshi in his first over. Jura very expensive. Things not quite going to plan here for Gendra Mala. It's after they won the toss and elected to bowl first. It's proved expensive, Corky. On a 2 ball. Oh, nicely played by Pony. Opened the face of the bat. 3rd man's wide. That's going to be 4 more.
And that's not going to help his economy rate at all, is it? Not a loose start by any means from him, but the ability just there, Sagapone, use the pace of the ball. It's the first time we've had pace on, and a lovely wee glide through that vacant third man area.
Yeah, third wide, as they tended to have been placed throughout the tournament, and it was run right off the face of the bat. Beautiful batting from Pun. And after that remarkable dismissal off the first ball in the Patriots' 10-wicket win over the Kathmandu Kings, when Pun came down the track, maybe he's learnt his lesson, taking his time, not trying to overhit as much. Still got Kevin O'Brien to come, of course, the Kings. Nicely driven just down the ground for one. You can see Karki bowling all of his deliveries cross seam.
And a little bit surprising as well, to be honest. If the ball's not that old, it's only 6.5 overs old, and the spinners have had it so far, so maybe it has a bit, they haven't looked after it quite as the seamers might have, but we've seen some prodigious movement from the quicks, and yeah, a little surprising if you're going to turn to seam to have him bowl cross seam already. Yeah, I just wonder if the Lalitpur Patriots were maybe sold a bit of a dummy by this pitch, because the first two days it was in use, they were very low scoring affairs. Half a chance for Mustafa, he's gone! What has he done? He dropped it down for the quick single. He puts his head into his hands. An absolute brain freeze from the skipper, and he's run himself out. Yeah, very disappointing there. And shooting as non-striker, some interesting looks there, but it's still looking back now. But in all honesty, I think he's just had an absolute mare there. The man's, he'd be 5 metres off the block, tops. Lovely pick up into him, and he's still not in the frame. Yeah, the captain Mustafa's got to go. It's 58 for 2. Big Irishman now to the crease, Kevin O'Brien. He's been in such wonderful touch throughout the tournament here. He's come to the because of a brain freeze from his skipper, Rohan Mustafa. He flat batted the ball down straight to the man at backward point, and Kamal Khatri, he ran in. He's on as a sub-fielder at the moment. Picked the ball up, threw it to the keeper, Kalsawala. He took the bails off, and Mustafa was run out by half the pitch. A very, very interesting decision there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking. The running had been great from what I'd seen so far this innings, and then just that brain freeze, which we happen to have seen quite frequently this tournament. Got ball to start for O'Brien. Just as the Kings were really starting to accelerate, they ended the power play so strongly with 18 and 15 runs off consecutive overs. The last thing they needed was to lose their captain. O'Brien's off the mark. Down to long off. That ends the the scene here at the Kurdapur International Cricket Ground. You're joining us live on AP1 HD. The crowd just starting to fill in. You can see a few of the highlights. The two to fall so far. The first one, Shrishtra going in the deep, and then that absolute brain freeze from the Kings captain, Rohan Mustafa. And after conceding 15 in his first over, Rajbanshi is going to continue, this time to Kevin O'Brien.
See Point really quick on his toes there. Good anticipation in the field from the Patriots. That run out crucial to the match, you'd have to think, just as the Kings were starting to really motor. Mustafa fell for 32. I saw this from O'Brien yesterday. He took a little while to get going.
Yeah, and I think that's smart. He's got a bit of time off his sleeve. He knows that conditions are a wee bit tricky when you first get in, and so the ability to take a few balls, not get too panicked, not get too rushed in his processes, and just get into his work. And then we've seen his ability, his dangerous ability to accelerate at the end of his innings. Another dot there, and it's you can sense the momentum of the game just starting to turn a wee bit. Such a bad time from the Kathmandu Kings 11 to have lost that wicket, especially from the captain himself. He should have known better here, just as they were really starting to take the ascendancy in this game. They're just being drawn back in now.
Looks for the sweep, it's looped up, big appeal. It's off. Kevin walks, he doesn't wait for the decision, must have come off the top edge, maybe the glove. He was looking for the paddle sweep, and the man who's been in such brilliant form throughout the tournament is gone for one.
Huge wicket there, absolutely huge. And look, we were just mentioning the start and those dot balls, and I guess maybe pressure has told a little bit. Was there for the shot. Big wide open spaces out there, but could only manage a little bit of glove on that one.
That's the third wicket. The Kings now 59 for 3.
Lalitpur Patriots versus Kathmandu Kings 11.
It's the TVS Everest Premier League playoffs here. It's first second, and the Lalitpur Patriots are taking on the Kings. And after a flying end to the power play for the Kings 11, where they took 33 runs off just 2 overs, with Rafa and Pun combining, they've just lost 2 wickets in 2 overs, and the big man Kevin O'Brien, it actually came off the toe end of the bat, and you could see there he was absolutely gutted. The celebration from Khalsawala. Raj Banshi, the young spinner, has done it again. Naresh Bhudiar, the new man to the wicket, and 2 overseas stars gone in 2 overs. Trouble for the Kings.
Yeah, big change of momentum here, and as we've seen, it's often happened when Raj Banshi has come into the attack. He's been very good this entire tournament, and again managing to pick up a key wicket, but of course one was gifted in that terrible run out.
Yeah, I've been so impressed by this young left arm spinner throughout the tournament. Star of the future, there's no doubt there. That's going to be a wicket maiden from the youngster. At the end of the 8th over, it's 59 for 3. Crowd just filtering in slowly now. International cricket ground. And we're going to have a young man on debut here. Doesn't even have a number on the back of his shirt, because we're going to see the left arm spin for the first time in this tournament. He starts with a beauty, young Surya Tamang. His first ever bowl in the TVS Everest Premier League. And he's found some spin to start.
It's a wonderful start, isn't it? And that'll just settle his nerves down as well, being able to rip one past the outside edge.
Yeah, bowling with nice flight. And the perfect time to bring the youngster on because O'Brien and Mustafa are both gone. He's a Nepal under-19 player, this youngster. And what a stage for him to come in for his first bowl. Swept away into the deep. There's a man out there. He watches the spin carefully, just a single. Impressive start from this youngster, Francis.
Yeah, looks good, doesn't he? Looks like he's got a nice action, not too rushed coming into the crease. Looks like, as you see him spinning the ball to himself in his hand, looking to get lots of revs on the ball, spin it really hard, and that's really what you want to see from your spinners, is the ability to get lots on the ball, get lots of purchase off the wicket and in the air as well.
Down the track, oh, he nearly has a first. TVS Everest Premier League wicket. Boudier looking for the big shot. He bowls with nice flight, a bit of guile there from the youngster.
And that's really what you're looking for here, just a little bit of drift in, before he gets a nice on the ball and a touch of turn away, so close to running past that one.
Oh, it's a beauty. You can see this pitch. It's not just got turn, but it's got bounce as well.
Well, he's looked dangerous every ball he's bowled in this over, and fantastic time to bring him in, and he's just adding to the pressure that's built at the other end by Rajbanshi.
Down the track, hit down to long off. Aaron Tomar with the fumble. Still just be a single. Ends the 9th over. It's 60 for 3. Just seen a young left arm spinning star make his debut at the crease, the TVS Everest Premier League. And he was going to be bowling in tandem with Lalit Rajbanshi, another left arm spinning star. But the skipper Gaindramala is deciding to make a change. You can see this. What a debut 6 balls these were, Francis.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job, hasn't he? Just that little bit of drop just on the batsman, combining with that turn away, has made him a really dangerous customer, even just in the 6 balls we've seen from him so far.
So it's not going to be left arm spin from both ends, because Pawan Saraf is going to come on. He's going to bowl his off breaks from around the wicket. And I thought we might have 20 overs of spin today. I suspect we might have 18 or 19, because Yogendra Singh Karki's only bowled 1 over of seam, and the Patriots are really backing the fact that this pitch is going to continue to turn and grip. We've seen the bounce the spinners are extracting as well. So after a flying start to the power play, remember the Kings were 53 for 1 after 6. Big appeal, looks very close, given. Pitched outside off, came back in. That's going on to crash into off stump, the 4th wicket.
Again, a wonderful start there with the ball coming round the wicket, as we said. Landing the ball on the stumps. Has it straightened up enough? Maybe just clipping that off stump. Definitely going over. Unfortunately for the Kings, that is their 4th wicket down, and now 61 for 4.
An extraordinary passage of play if you're just joining us, because the last 3 overs we've seen 3 wickets for just 2 runs, for 3 runs. Kings have imploded after a fantastic start, particularly from Rohan Mustafa. Now Pun is still there, and he's going to be joined by the former Nepal under-19 captain Raju Rijal.
And He's going to need some runs today. He's been very short of runs so far this tournament, as you note as well. He's only had the 2 innings, so hasn't really been needed as the Kings 11 have been so successful in their chasing. But look, he's going to need some runs today, and probably plenty of them.
Yeah, outside of Mustafa and O'Brien, there really have not been many runs coming from the Kathmandu Kings 11. They're going to need Sagar Pun to step up to the plate today. Perhaps Sidant Lahani as well. He'll come in 7, I suspect. Going to need some local players to do the business now with the bat for the host Kathmandu Kings. Cut away, brilliant stop. That's sensational from Sunny Patel. I think he saved 4 there.
Comfortably saved 4 there. Outstanding stop. He's been fantastic today in that backward point area. He's been charging in, trying to cut off the singles, and now, it has carried as well.
Yeah, it was actually a drop chance, but I'm calling that as a save boundary because it looked like 4 for all money off the bat. The outstretched left hand of Sunny Patel. All of a sudden, it looks like we're playing on a different pitch to the one during the power play.
That's what tends to happen, isn't it? With the spinners on, you lose a couple of wickets, having to come out and face the ball turning and bouncing. Always a tough way to start, and yeah, especially once you get a team 3-4 down, the momentum's gone, the fielding team's up and about, and it looks tough work to score out there.
Yeah, just no momentum at all for the Kings since the end of that power play. They lost their skipper soon after to a suicidal run out. And in 4 overs of cricket, and 1 ball shy of 4 overs of cricket, we've seen 4 runs. Hit into the deep by Rijal. The man settles under it. That's the 5th wicket. A terrible piece of cricket from Raju Rijal. He holds out. And the Kings have lost half their batting lineup now, Francis.
Oh, that's a coach killer, that one. That's you'd be getting the messages to go out there and just get through this next match, build a partnership, allow the lower order to be able to come in and have a set from them to launch from. But look, he's faced those 4 dots, obviously felt the pressure. He's taken on a reasonably sized boundary out that way, a man near, and it's a comfortable catch 5 metres off the boundary.
Yeah. End of the 10th over, the halfway stage. It's 61 for 5. There's the new man coming to the crease at number 7. It's going to be Sidant Lahani. If you're just joining us for the first time today, the Kathmandu Kings have in absolutely no time fallen from 58 to 61 for 5. To guide you through the next part of this innings, it's going to be Parvez Baharouf. They'll be joined by Navneet Krishna.
Thank you, Andrew. Kathmandu Kings 11 losing wickets in regular intervals. As you see, Siddharth Loni taking guard. Got to be said, some terrible cricket by Kathmandu Kings 11 so far, Navneet.
Yeah, absolutely. At one point, it looked like they were slowly getting the momentum that they needed. 58 for 1. They've lost 4 wickets for 3 runs in the last 4 overs. Shocking passage of play here for the Kings 11. Punched off the back foot. Will that go past? Will that go to the boundary? Fumble there. Once again an bounce right in front of him, and that made it harder for the fielder, and that rounds away to the boundary. Much needed 4 runs for the Kings 11.
Yeah, unfortunate they are to the field that's sweeper cover. Bad bounce costing them 4 runs, but a good start for Loni. You see the replay there, a bad bounce there. Feel for the fielder there. And how impressive is this left arm spinner? 19 Nepali upcoming bowler. I mean, just first game, the TVS Everest Premier League 2018. But it's been very impressive. Nice flight, nice guile. It's been fantastic as we see it. And fumbling again. Easy single there for Lonnie. Deflected towards short extra cover by the bowler. Surya Tamang, the under-19 Nepali left-arm spinner. A huge responsibility on Sagar Poon's shoulder now, the experienced. And from here onwards, this could be interesting to see how much that's Kings 11 as we're targeting as a score in this lower track with Kevin O'Brien out.
Once again, so disappointing to see the Nepali batsmen play the strokes that they did, despite the situation that they were in. Raju Rijalda was completely unwanted, and he looked for the big height over mid-wicket only to hit it straight down mid-wicket's throat. But the big wicket, and definitely the one that changed the momentum, was the wicket of Kevin O'Brien.
Absolutely. The Nepali batsmen in the Kathmandu teams lack awareness as well as game awareness for me. And giving away soft dismissals, especially when you know that Kevin O'Brien is out, the big fish, and playing those silly shots. It's not going to help out their cause, as you see. Tamang pushing it through. Lonnie trying to pull it towards mid-wicket, hurrying it, miscuing it. As you see the end of the 11th over. Kings 11, 6-7 for loss of 5 wickets.
Right, Pawan Saraf to bowl the 12th over. He went for a few runs in his first few games, but he's bowling well here to bowl his final over. 3 for 10 so far. And he's got the wicket as well.
Saraf keeping it tight, bowling to his field. 2 men behind square in the offside. Bowling to his field perfectly here. Siddharth Loney will take some time to get in. Big hitter.
A wild signal from the umpire. Pawan Saraf continuing to angle it away from the right-hander. And Siddharth Lohani, the batsman, this time looking for the big shot on the leg side. Cut shot, once again misses the ball. I'm not too sure if the 5 wickets that have fallen is a result of a lot of spin and assistance for the bowlers. It's just poor shot selection, to be honest.
Overall, except for Ron Mustafa's run out, I thought overall Kings 11 has been really poor, as well as Saraf, mainly to the right handers coming around the wicket, angling it across. How many times have the batsmen have played and missed? So far, Patriots are doing really well. But saying that, they've got to chase the score down, whatever Kings 11 finish up with.
And that's been their strength, to be honest, for the Patriots. They've been chasing targets in the last 3 games, and they've done it quite convincingly, pretty much on every single occasion. The opening batsmen right at the top, Tomar and Kolsawala, have done all the damage. In fact, in the last game, the middle order was exposed. And when they needed to come good, they did. And they won. The middle order won the game for the Patriots. So it's an informed batting lineup the Patriots have. We'll come back to that. 12 overs completed, 70 for 5. Surya Tamang to continue from the pavilion end, and gonna very quickly pass it over to Sanyukta. She's got co-commentator Francis Mackay with her.
It's a rather gloomy afternoon here at the TU grounds in Kirtipur. The sun has been playing a little bit of hide and seek, and I have somebody out here who's no stranger to the weather and especially the game that we're playing out here. Francis Mackay from New Zealand. Francis, thank you for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. It's good to be here.
Right, Francis, you used to play for New Zealand, and now you're here in this edition of the TVS Everest Premier League as a commentator. A little bit of a role reversal. How does it feel?
Oh, absolutely. And it kind of all of nothing as well. But look, I've absolutely loved it. Some of the cricket's been fantastic. The people have been fantastic. And I've just loved having the opportunity to be involved with the third edition of the Premier League.
The people in Nepal are known for being hospitable, and I spoke to a couple of the other foreign players as well, and they had a lot of nice things to speak about the hospitality of Nepal. How does it feel being in Nepal?
Oh, brilliant. The people have been so lovely. I mean, I can't speak highly enough about it. Everyone's been so kind, so welcome. Happy to show me around as well. So, yeah, it's been brilliant. I've had the chance to have a look around the last couple of days, and look, the place is taken so many photos. It's been brilliant, and I've loved every moment of it.
Okay, thank you so much, Francis, for joining us. We really look forward to having you here. That was Francis Mackay from New Zealand, and there's a lot more happening in the game coming up. And now, back to the comp.
Yeah, Francis Mackay. She's been a bit proactive in comparison to us, going around Kathmandu and seeing what it has to offer. Maruf, I'll come back to you on that. 13 overs completed, 76 for 5. Yes, 13 overs completed, 76 for 5. And it's time to rebuild and reconstruct this innings for the Kings 11. The last 7 overs yielding just 17 runs, and they lost 4 wickets in the process. It's been a passage of play that has belonged to the Lalitpur Patriots completely. Sagar Pun, the informed batsman, batting on 17. We heard from, just tucks it away on the leg side as Sagar Pun looks for the single, sent back very quickly, and a good decision there to send him back from Siddhant Lohani. Good fielding there in the boundary line.
Yeah, would have been a suicide run there. They're going for the second. And all in all, Patriots have done really well in this past 7 overs to come back to this game. And helped by some sloppy batting by Kings 11. But saying that, Lohani has a reputation of being a big hitter. Today is his day. Turn from the middle stump. Concerning thing, I guess, matters for the Lalitpur Patriots as well. It's turning from the middle stump today.
Excellent shot, a shot of good length from Rajbanshi. On the back foot, punches it for 2 comfortable runs. Yeah, it was good to hear from Francis Mackay. Good to have her here in the commentary box and just getting her opinion. Short and brief stint for her. She's going to be back to New Zealand very shortly to take part in the Super Smash T20 League. How's your experience been in the commentary box so far, Maruf?
It's been very good. Thoroughly enjoyed the time over here so far. So no, last year I was playing and loved every bit of Nepal, and this year the reverse was for me commentating, but still the hospitality of Nepal has been wonderful, and being in the com box is a new experience for me, which I started a few months ago. Turn. Very good bowling there by Raj Banshi. Ball middle to middle and stop. And Sagar Poon coming down the track. Kevin O'Brien missed out today. Would have been a big opportunity for him to come all good. But saying that, it's a good opportunity for the Nepalis to come good today.
Oh, that was probably the arm ball. Went straight after pitching. Almost found the gap between bat and pad. Well, a dot ball to complete the 14th over. 80 for 5, the Kings 11. Teams have defended low scores in this season so far, so they don't want to press the panic button too fast. The Kings 11, 80 for 5. They still have 6 overs. Even a runner ball will get them close to 120. And that's what they'll be aiming for, 120, 130. But the key is wickets in hand.
I reckon a score of 120 will be a competitive score in this track. Also, in the first power play, if Kings 11 manage to get 1 or 2 wickets, especially Tomar or Kolswala, I reckon they're straight back into the game.
Yeah, and Maruf, you mentioned you were playing here in the last edition of the Everest Premier League. You had a good outing, and this time you're here in the commentary box. Tell us a little bit about this army of left-arm spinners that Nepal's producing. And the latest sensation addition to that list is Surya Tamang. Phenomenal talent that they have here, especially the spinners.
Absolutely. I faced a lot last year, as well as that comfort as a skipper, which I didn't have in my team last year. But every team, as you correctly said, had minimum of 2 left-arm spinners, and they were dominating big time. And also saying about the league from last year, this year I think the wickets have been much better than last year. The facilities have been great, even the ground condition has been good. So I think it's in the upper hit.
Yorker there from Surya Tamang. Well kept up. They're taking the time. The 2 Kathmandu Kings 11 batsmen and Sagar Poon. But that's okay as long as they don't lose wickets. A rare shot delivery from Surya Tamang. Just a single though. No damage done. Gyanendra Malla at one point would have been a bit worried when they were 58 for 1 in 6 overs. I'll be very happy on how his team has pulled things back.
Short delivery. Sagar Poon pulling towards mid-wicket for a single. And also I feel Sahu to come in. I think he'll be a key factor. This is the end of the 15th over. It's going to be 84 runs for 5 wickets. Change of commentary, Anjin Mackay and Luna.
Thank you, Parvez. And what a quick 5 overs that was, because it was 5 overs of spin. Still just seen 1 team in this innings. And what a debut. He went wicketless, but none for 17 from his 4 overs for young Surya Tamang. It's a day he'll never forget.
Yeah, and how impressive was he? Came on, first ball he bowled, beat the outside edge and continued to do so through his 4 over spell and looked dangerous every ball he bowled.
It's going to be the man who has the only 5-wicket haul of the 2018 TVS Everest Premier League, Sunny Patel, to continue with his leg breaks. A little bit of a fight back from Lahani and Pun though.
this has been a good partnership here, and both batsmen are set, which is what you need going into those last 5 overs, and hopefully in the next over or two they'll start to up that run rate and really try and push on at the end.
Quick from Patel, a big appeal from him, no interest from the keeper. You can see the keeper had gone down leg side. He's been very vehement with his appealing all throughout this tournament, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. He's that bowler that thinks every single thing is out, and look, if it's available, he'd be a captain's nightmare when it came to it, but in all honesty, not right with that one at all.
Bowled him. There's a lot right with that one. He gives it the chainsaw fist bumps. Patel is back in the wickets. The off stump's gone.
Look, and the dabs as well with the celebrations you're seeing on your screen. Look, he's been good with the ball throughout this competition. Obviously picked up the other day. Has continued that form into today, and just again looks like that's out the front of the hand, just pushing it through, hitting the top of off stump. Can't complain with that.
Yeah, poor shot choice from Lahani. It's 85 for 6. It's going to be the third and final overseas player for the Kathmandu Kings to the wicket at number 8. Pradeep Sahu, he was there with Kevin O'Brien at the end yesterday as the Kings sealed their spot in this first v second qualifier, the first match 2018 TVS. And at the moment, after winning the toss and choosing to bowl first, it's probably advantage Patriots.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah, I mean, Pradeep, he can bat. He's no genuine tail ender here. Yes, he's coming in at 8, but can still contribute with a few runs here.
Yeah, Patel bowling those very quick flat lead breaks, just skidding on. And we saw Lahani tried to go back and pull him. He was in no position to pull the ball. Top of off stump was castled. Completely beaten all out. Clipped off his legs. Clever from Pun this innings. They're going to try and push for 2. Because it was right in between the two men, Pun will safely get back for the double.
That's good. That's good batting there, and I think that's a clever way to try and play Sunny Patel here. He's hard to play off the back foot, as you said, just skidding on, hurrying the batsman up. So being able to nudge that into that leg side between those two deep fielders and pick up a 2, I think is really intelligent batting, especially on the back of losing a wicket this over.
Good again from Pun. They're going to push hard here. But this time, because it's the last ball of the over, Pun will keep the strike, just the single. It's 89 for 6. That's the Patriots bowling card. Just the solitary, very expensive over from Sandeep Jura. And just the solitary over of seam as well from Yukendra Singh Karki. So we might need to see one of those two at some point soon. But it's been a spin-dominated innings, a trial by spin for the Kings 11. It's going to be Rajbanshi to finish off from the near end for the first time in his spell. At the moment he's got 1 for 19. Battling back so well after that first over that went for 15 and getting the prize wicket of Kevin O'Brien, Francis.
Yeah, we've seen he's got a bit of something to him, a bit of resilience there. He's had the odd over this tournament that has gone for a few, but has always managed to bounce back and has picked up crucial wickets throughout, which again he's done today.
Confident young man, Rajbanshi. Not a lot phases him. It's a beautiful action, it's very repeatable, gets good drift and a little bit of turn. I love watching him bowl. Pun gives himself room outside the leg stump, maybe trying to access this offside.
Yeah, he's gone very, very early there though. He's given he's given Rajbanshi a good chance to adjust what he's doing, and he's managed to do so well and just take all the pace off the ball to make it hard to hit through that offside.
Heaved into the sky, that flies off the top edge. Rajbanshi calls it himself. Drops it! An absolute sitter, he's put it down! Khalsawala can't believe it. Rajbanshi says, why didn't you come with the gloves? And Khalsawala says, well, you called it.
Just confusion out in the middle there, isn't there? And you can see it, unfortunately. We saw yesterday Rolf van der Merwe taking an outstanding catch off his own bowling, and you just saw then never took his eyes off it the whole way. But this, it looked indecisive the whole time, never got his feet set and gesturing madly. His catch it was there.
That drop catch has got the crowd going. Sahu hits this one down the ground, but there's a man at long on. I don't think he even got a hand on it, Francis. I think it went straight through and hit him in the chest.
He's had that wee cheeky look, just that little, at that little last moment of, uh-oh, I think there's someone pretty close to me. And look, if I'm going to be honest, I think that's a keeper's catch. You've got the gloves on. That's what you get paid to do, is take the catches. So, yeah, I think he's sold his mate there.
Big swing and a miss. Much quicker from Rajbanshi. He's darted that one through. You can see that Pun is trying to clear the ropes. Timing hasn't proved easy. And that drop catch has really got the crowd going. You see the King Kev flags flying. We only got one today. Pradeep Sahu as well. The Kings 11 fans are roaring. Heaved into the leg side. Towards the man at deep backward square leg. Just going to be a single. Rajbanshi just one ball to go in his spell.
And it's looking like the Kings 11 here. They're looking to flick the switch, especially Sagapun. He's said, I've had enough here. There's only 3.1 overs to go. I'm going to get stuck, and I'm going to try and push our total up as high as I can.
Fuller. Yeah, nice confident batting from Sahu down the ground to long on. He'll keep the strike. Ends the 17th over. The score now 93 for 6.
Versus Vaidava. 93 runs and 6 wickets in 17 overs.
Three overs left in the innings now, and we're going to see the second over of Seam in the innings. Nagendra Singh Karki. He's going to bowl his medium pace from the far. Seeing a few of the wickets there. What about that shot from Raju Rijal, Francis?
It does my head in, to be honest. I mean, when I'm bowling off spin, I love to see people batting like that. But look, he's just fallen into a very, very obvious plan there, and I just didn't need to lose another wicket at that time. And we've seen batting's been tough. They just needed to stick.
As we've seen a lot of the time when Karki bowls, Khalsawala comes up to the stumps with the gloves. He's probably going to bowl overs 18 and 20. So it'll just be 3 overs of seam we've seen throughout this innings. Patriots have done this. Remember, they're without Sandeep Lamachani, who's down at the Big Bash. Heaved down the ground towards the man at long on. It sails toward the cheerleaders all the way for 6. Paddock from them, but 6 runs to the total.
Yeah, absolute scenes down there.
You can see there was panic there from Sia and Dasha, the 3 Kingfisher cheerleaders. How close was it to them? Panic. Dev ran out of the way. He wasn't going to help them. The 6 runs to the total. The Kings are run shy of the 100. Hit towards long off in, and he takes a comfortable catch to end Sahu's little cameo. That was a good catch from Jura. That's the 7th wicket that falls.
again, just disappointing. Anytime that we sense a little bit of momentum to swing back, a few runs coming off the bat, and then just unnecessary there. We really needed these two to kick on for the next 2.5 overs for the Kings here.
It was in the slot, but you could see that Sahu was looking to go over long on, but it went straight to the man at long off. He took a good catch. It's 99. Two overs left now for the Kathmandu Kings 11. They lost the toss. They were inserted to bat first. It's going to be the leg spinner in form to finish off from this end. Sunny Patel. He'll be licking his lips at more wickets, Francis. Remember, this is first v second. The winning side goes to the grand final on Saturday, the 22nd of December.
Yeah, not only does it get you straight through to the final, it actually buys you a couple of days off as well. The back end of this tournament, it's been a little frenzied as well. I'm sure both teams would love to have a couple of days, put their feet up, maybe play a spot of golf as well in there.
Yeah, in preparations for the grand final. Pun again, just continuing to operate. Got to run a ball, a single. And it's going to be leg spinner to leg spinner. Sunny Patel is going to be bowling to young Bikram Busal.
Sunny Patel again, he's been fantastic with the ball today, and he'll be looking to close out this innings well, and knowing him and how competitive he is, he'll still be on the hunt for wickets here.
Yeah, clever batting from Busal. Now can Pun heave it away? Remember, we're on the middle of the 3 wickets that are in use throughout this tournament at the Lalitpur International Cricket Ground. So pretty equidistant boundaries the entire way around. Huge appeal. Huge appeal from both the keeper and the bowler. They think that he's inside edged it into the pad, and it's gone straight to the keeper. They're going to consult. I thought that was out, but we're going to have to find out what the umpires think.
Yeah, a bit of general confusion as well as a batsman. You're always trying to scramble to find the ball wherever it is, and it looks like there has been a little bit of bat, but has it gone through to the keeper there? If it has, it's been an outstanding catch.
Yeah, the two umpires deep in consultation. That's Vinny Kumar Jha and Ram Kailash Yadav. They don't know exactly what's happened. It wasn't an easy one. They never are when they possibly come off an inside edge onto the pad, maybe off the boot, popping up. There's no doubt that Kulsawala took the catch. And I think they could go upstairs to check this. See, just consulting with the third umpire now. Sunny Patel was convinced, but Francis, he's always convinced.
Yeah, he's not the man I would take my cues from, that's for sure. If he's bowling, he thinks it's out no matter what it is. So he's probably not your man. But look, Kulsawala, he was pretty happy with it as well. So I think there's a good chance this could be out. But we're just going up to see exactly what happened, and we're going to see a replay on your screens now.
Yeah, Pun looked to heave it into the leg side. Was that an inside edge onto the pad, or did he hit the ground? It popped up, and there's no doubt Kulsawala took the catch. It was a smart piece of work from the Indian wicketkeeper. But was it just straight onto the pad? Did the bat hit the foot? Very difficult to tell from that angle. We're going to need to see a front-on angle. Now that angle makes it look to me very much like my first call, which was inside edge onto the pad, looped up in between the arms of Pun. And what a brilliant catch from Kulsawala. One-handed, going with his left hand, and he's given. Good use of the technology here by the umpires. Pun falls for 29. That's the 8th wicket. It's 104 for 8. Eight wickets down now, and Sunny Patel doing more damage. He had a 5-wicket haul in his last spell. Can't get 5 for today, but he'd be thinking he might be able to get 3 more. He's got 2 for 17. The new man to the crease. That's Mohammad Samsad Sheikh. He's a left-hander and he just can't get it going, Francis.
No, it's just stuttering along, isn't it? And again, that same thing, as soon as we see a couple of boundaries or a wee bit of momentum gets built, bang, we lose that wicket. And unfortunately for the Kings 11 here, they've lost the man who was in, who was set, and we've got 2 reasonably new batsmen at the crease now, but potentially having a left-hand, right-hand combination here could be useful. Might pick up a few more in extras and be able to pick off a few loose balls from the bowler if they don't get their line right.
No surprise to see Patel go to the googly straight away. We saw that to the left-handers. He's got a very good wrong on. Bikram Bhusel's just jogging down and going, he's a leg break bowler, but he bowls a wrong on as well. Watch his hand, watch the little finger go up maybe. I'm not sure Samsad Sheikh knew too much about that delivery.
It's always helpful, isn't it, after you've faced it as the batsman, been beaten all ends up, and then you made it the non-strikers end comes down to tell you what it is. I mean, it's trying to be helpful, but it sometimes feels like it's rubbing a little bit of salt into the wound there as well.
Short and wide, he went for the wrong one again. That's going to be signalled wide. 8 balls remain in the innings. A reminder that the Kathmandu Kings at one stage, they were 58 for 1 in just the 7th over. This innings is ground to a halt round the wicket now, Patel. Beauty. Such wonderful control of that wrong, and it's turning away from the left-hander.
He still doesn't look like he's got too much of an idea exactly which way the ball's going to go here, so always hard to play a spinner like that.
Bat on ball this time. Was that half a chance? It won't matter because it's a dot. Ends the 19th over, ends Patel's spell. It's 105 for 8. That's the Kathmandu Kings 11 card. 105 for 8, 18 overs. That run out of their captain, Ronnie Mustafa. The innings has been calamitous. Heaved into the sky towards the man in the deep. It's an easy catch. That's the 9th wicket. Easy batting from the Kings. They just can't get anything going here.
It always feels like in this situation into the last over that you have to be trying to hit boundaries, but sometimes it sounds a little rude, but you have to know your limitations a wee bit, and still they managed to pick off 6 twos in an over. That's still 12 off the last over, and a lot more. Potentially this option of just heaving into the leg side and only managing to get it as far as the fielder out on the boundary who's taken a good catch. It's 105 for 9.
There's the new batsman. It's the number 11. He's better known for his outswing bowling, of course, Jitendra Mukhaya. And he's going to need wickets in the seconds to give the Kathmandu Kings any chance. Just 5 overs remain. And Yogendra Singh Karki's taking 2 wickets in his final 2 overs here.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of seam bowling here today, but what we have seen, it's actually been really high quality. So he's done a good job, and look, he'll be looking to mop up the tail here as well.
Looking around the wicket, the left-handed Sheikh, who's on strike because the batsman crossed. Quick single, direct hit would have been close. No direct hit, they'll get through for yet another overthrow. I have never seen a series of matches with more overthrows than the TVS Everest Premier League.
It's been chaotic, and it's happened basically in every match as well. And look, that's to me what I'd probably rather see at the end of an innings, when you've got numbers 9, 10, 11 in, bumping and running off the good balls, pushing really hard, and there you go, you pick up an extra run, and already there's 2 runs off that ball, rather than just throwing the hands at it and really not getting any results from it.
Yeah, just 3 men in this Kathmandu Kings innings make it to double figures, and the scores of 9, 1, 1, a duck, another 9 and a 2 at the scorecard. It really sums up the Kings' effort with the bat.
Yeah, they've been disappointing, especially when you take what a strong start they had after that power play. They were racing along. We were having visions of the high-scoring game we were going to have on our hands, and instead it really has just petered out. And you can see on your screen, after Mustafa and Sagapun up top, there hasn't been much after that.
Short of the length, Mukhaya looks to heave it, but makes no contact. Just 2 balls left now. I don't think this is that bad a pitch. I think the ground staff have done a huge job on this. It's been a week since it's been played on. It certainly hasn't turned as much as it did early in the tournament. Probably more like a 140 deck, but the Kings' innings has just struggled. Heaved into the sky. Again, a man comes under it, Sunny Patel, who doesn't take the catch because he leaves it to his teammate. That's the end of the innings. It's a facile end because the Kings are all out for a fight.
Look again, I mean, it's only by 1 ball they've missed out by, but another team not managing to bat out their 20 overs. And look, a good catch taken there. It's always worrying when you're sitting up here in the box and you see 2 men running from it. You think there could be collisions, could be chaos, but they managed to sort out their communication. Catch safely taken, and it means that the Kathmandu Kings 11 are all out for 108.
There's the skipper, Gayendra Amala, who took the catch. And how happy a man to be, because he won the toss. He decided to bowl first, and they were in all sorts of bother at the end of the power play because it was 53 for 1, and the Kings were, and they could barely double that total. That's the final wicket. Looking to heave it into the leg side, but flying off another top edge. Patel came for it, but smiles all around between Here's the batting highlights. Mustafa got it off to a flyer.
Yeah, he was very impressive early on, and we've seen that reasonably regularly from him, to be fair. That crisp striking early on, saw the ability from both batsmen to access all around the ground. You know, being able to hit through the offside power play when there's no one out there, going into a series of sweeps there from Mustafa as well, and able to clear the boundary on that occasion. But it was too short-lived from him today. We needed him, once he was in and seeing it like that, to go on to a big score.
Yeah, after that little flashing cameo here from Sidit Lahani, there was almost nothing more to share from that 6 from Pradeep Sahu. The Kingfisher cheerleaders scurrying, and that's the Kathmandu Kings card. They end 108 all out. The big man, the Irishman, what a wicket for Raj Banshi. That was his only wicket to fall, but he got the big one, the man in form. And Ronnie Mustafa, he's going to end up as top scorer. Sagar Pun just couldn't quite get going, 29 off 30, and really nothing else. And the 10 wickets fell at regular intervals after the power play. Seems like we were on the call for all of them, Francis. Here's all 10 of them.
It felt a little bit like that, to be honest. It felt like every time I came in, took my seat, another wicket would fall, and we'd be talking about another not ideal piece of cricket. And look, this run out, this to me was the defining moment of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. The two defining moments back to back, because Rohan Mustafa ran himself out. And then Kevin O'Brien looking for the sweep off the toe end of the bat. Remarkably, Saraf picked up 2. A complete brain explosion from Raju Rijal, who's gone for a duck. A very poor shot from Sidit Lahani, trying to pull Sunny Patel. And then some good catching as well from the Patriots to complement things. That was an outstanding grab from Kalsuala with one hand. He was a bit unlucky, in fairness. Sagar Pun off the inside edge onto the pad. And then the Kings 11, they looked for the big shots, but they just could never clear the fielders. The ball skying in. That comical drop from Raj Banshi. He should have had 2 for. But 3 wickets for Saraf. And 3 wickets for Karki. Karki's seamers, the only 17 balls of the innings that were bowled that weren't spin. And again, Sunny Patel bowling well. I was impressed with Raj Banshi, even though his figures don't quite say it. He battled back from being hit for 15 off his first over. And the youngster, Surya Tamang on debut. He didn't get a wicket, but how impressive was he? 4 overs, none for 17.
Yeah, that impressive bowling display, wasn't it, today? And that's, you know, when you elect to go out there and have a bowl first, that's exactly what you want from them. So look, the Kathmandu Kings, they've made 108, the target's 109, and we'll be back with you soon. first 6 out, they'll be disappointed and they'll know they're going to need a massive effort out on the field here to try and restrict them to less than that or to bowl them out before the overs are up. But, oh, look, Nav, if I had to ask, sitting down now, if you had to pick a side that you'd rather be in, which team would you pick?
Very simple. I'm definitely going with the batting team. The Lalitpur Patriots, I would imagine, are favourites to win this game, chasing 109. And it's something that they've enjoyed doing in the last 4 games. They've been bowling first, doing ball. And they've chased totals quite convincingly. And what will give them a lot of confidence is the manner in which they've won their games. Won it with many overs to spare, and in most cases with many wickets in hand as well, which is why, unless these guys, the Kathmandu Kings 11, don't come up with something miraculous, it's going to be very hard.
Yeah, there's always the talk though, isn't there, in knockout games, finals games, that runs on the board is the way to go. There's always that little bit of pressure when you've got a score, no matter how big or small it is. Runs on the board in a final can be crucial, but you'd have to suggest if either of these two opening batsmen get going, then that total is nowhere near going to be enough to contain them.
And there you go, the 2 batsmen in the centre on your screen. They have been by far the best opening pair in this season of the TVS Everest Premier League. And to open the bowling, their star all-rounder Kevin O'Brien is going to start off. He's got 7 wickets so far. He picked up 3 crucial wickets yesterday against the Biratnagar Warriors. He would repeat that spell today. 3 for 18 yesterday in the 3 overs that he bowled. And Captain Gyanendra Malla, he has his helmet on. Probably will walk in at number 3, but he'd be a very happy man at this. Kholsawala, the man on strike, and he's off the mark. Guides it to the third man fielder for a single, and that brings Gaurav Tomar on strike. Over 200 runs, an average over 50. You take it if he scores 51 today, Francis.
Oh, absolutely. I think with an average like that, I think he'd take it every time he walked out to bat, to be honest. So, look, he's the form man. He's been really dangerous. We saw this game, he started super quickly, but then went for one big shot too many and ended up walking off with not too many to his name. So we'll see today if he's made amends, if he can make amends for that. You know, he'll be wanting to be aggressive, but bat deep into this innings as well.
Comfortably tucks that away on the leg side for a single, and so both batsmen off the mark. Walk me through the Kathmandu innings, Francis. I just don't seem to understand the approach of some of these batsmen. They get the boundaries and they go for, like you said, one too many, and they lost a whole bunch of wickets in very quick succession, and on the verge of probably going out of the tournament.
Just again work down into that third man area for a single, and yeah, I mean, it was at times it was hard to watch. You know how talented some of these players are, you know how good they can be, and to see them pick up a boundary or pick up a good piece of running and then to follow it with, you know, what can only be called the dreadful piece of cricket, it was frustrating to watch. And you have to think maybe it's a little bit of tactical awareness that was missing there, or maybe it is just the pressure of this big game here today.
Gaurav Tomar goes for the big hit. The captain Rohan Mustafa under it, takes it. Big wicket. Big wicket in the very first over. Kevin O'Brien gets the star batsman Gaurav Tomar. The captain takes a good catch. That went really high up into the air. And the Kathmandu Kings 11 will be happy with this. A dejected Gaurav Tomar once again trying to force the issue very early on. And he walks back to the dugout in just the first over.
Well, I think we can safely say he hasn't learned. He's quickly becoming Kevin O'Brien's bunny here. He's been made to look silly on occasions now, and look, that's absolutely not what the Patriots needed from their star man, their form the bet as well, to be taking such a huge risk early on. And look, you can say intent all you want, but that's a disappointing piece of cricket for me, and to lose your first wicket with only 3 on the board starts to put a little bit of pressure on. You saw how much it meant to the skipper there. Double fist pump after he's taken. Side know that that was one of the crucial wickets, and know that if they can chip a couple more, they might be able to defend this.
We would imagine Kolsawala to go about his business in exactly the same fashion that he's done all through the tournament. He likes to take his time, settle in, doesn't mind rotating the strike. And he's going to have to do this once again for his team, Kolsawala.
And we've seen here maybe with Seema taking the new ball, it's meant the wickets played a little bit differently as well. Just looks like he's pushing through and hitting the bat reasonably hard, and we only saw, as we said, those 17 balls of seam bowling in that first innings, and you know, maybe that's a little bit of a misread of conditions from the Patriots, but so far Kevin O'Brien has started very well with the ball here in the second innings.
A loose shot there. Kevin O'Brien goes up. He seems convinced. The keeper and the slip fielders go up as well. The umpire is not convinced at all. He's probably thinking, I'm not too sure what you're appealing for. Kevin O'Brien is absolutely surprised. He still can't believe that the umpire's not given that out.
Yeah, look, there's teapots all round, there's gesturing all round as well. It's outside the off stump, he's thrown the hands at it. Oh, is he tickle? Bowler, keeper, slip, they were all very interested as soon as it went past the bat. So, after that first over, action-packed first over, the Patriots are 4 for 1.
Batting गर्दैनन्छ ललितपुर पेट्रियट्सबाट टेकिङ कोलकाता
Four for 1 in the first over, and it's all happening here. The cap hating that important catch at mid-on, comes on to bowl. He's got 3 wickets so far, a good economy rate. But the key is going to be wickets here in this game. Ending a poultry hunt, and they want to keep chipping away at the wickets. They got one of the wickets. Here's a look at the cut behind appeal once again. Seemed to be a little bit of a deviation after it passed the batsman, but the umpire and Gyanendra Malla not too convinced. Well, pressure straight away from the Kathmandu team on the Patriots. Another game that might just go down to the wire.
Still lots of gesturing and chatting between the fielders as well. They're not too happy with that decision, and from that rear angle it did look like there was a wee deflection, maybe a wee bottom edge carrying through to the keeper. But look, and now at the other end we've got Rohan Mustafa. He's been exceptional with the ball, and I've been amazed by his ability to hit Yorkers so often.
Captain Gyanendra Malla on strike now. He got the 149. He scored 49 in one of his innings, but he's only scored 7 runs apart from that in the remainder of the game. So he would like to take some time in as well. No, that's not the stroke that you want to be playing here. Rohan Mustafa inviting Gyanendra to play the big shot.
Dots again, Dots building that pressure.
This time he makes good contact, finds the gap as well, and it runs to the cover field, to the cover area for 4 runs.
Something had to give there, didn't it? He chose dots up. He looked for the big shot the ball before, and unfortunately Mustafa Hayes just missed a little bit wide, enabled him to free his arms up, and as you said, on away.
Did he get some bat on that? It looked like he did. Top edge that goes past the keeper, and 2 boundaries to complete the second over. 13 for 1, the Patriots. .96 required in 18 overs. Kevin O'Brien comes back to bowl his second over. He got the big one. Gaurav Tomar in the very first over. He's bowling to Kolsawala now. Does it so well. Does Kolsawala, finds the gaps, always looking for the singles and the doubles. Very quick to come back for 2 runs here.
A wee bit West Indian in the way he's played that pull shot as well, with the front knee coming up so he can swivel around it, and good contact. Luckily for Kevin O'Brien, he had that man out at deep square leg who's managed to stop the boundary there, but hasn't managed to stop the 2.
Very lucky Gyanendra Malla in the previous over. Got the top edge. Luckily just went past the keeper. He got another boundary. The required run rate is well below the 6 runs to the over mark. So no need to be in a hurry. They need to rebuild this again after losing Gaurav Tomar.
A good wee change up there from O'Brien, and look, we're just seeing that potential caught behind the umpire, completely unmoved, and everyone else on the field, arms up, raised, shouting, how could that not be out? But umpire didn't think he saw anything, and to be fair, you can't just give it out based on the strength of the appeal.
This is very sensible here from Kolsawala. Plenty of gaps on the leg side. Once again just tucks it away for a single. But can Gyanendra Malla do that as well? They don't need the big shots at the moment. Can he still just find the gaps, the singles and the doubles?
O'Brien's been the form bowler as well, so you can see paying him a bit of respect and just trying to...
A leading edge once again for the captain. Gyanendra Malla once again falls in land, and it trickles away for another boundary. Well, he's living a lucky life here, is the captain Gyanendra Malla. I'm still quite surprised with his approach this afternoon. Outside off, was trying to pull it onto the leg side, and a leading edge.
Normal service resumes there with the dot ball played out to point to finish. At the end of the 3rd over, the Patriots are 20 for 1. And it was the end of the over there. O'Brien thought he had one more ball there, and he throws the ball down in disgust and storms off to his fielding position. He's not too happy at the decision that he received. He thought he was in with another wicket, and then followed it up with a good bouncer, beat Muller for pace, but somehow he managed to top edge that over the keeper, and you can see still O'Brien's there in the field, hand on his hip, looking pretty unimpressed with how it's playing out, but look, he's been an immense player for them, and he's done a very good job. We're seeing a replay again of this up here, arms aloft from everyone, and still the umpire unmoved.
Gone! Rohan comes up with an absolute beauty. And there you go, the snake dance is up again. He gets the big one. Jai Kishan Kolsawala gets bowled, leg stump. The bails are off.
I think this is yet another one from Rohan Mustafa. He's managed to just get it right up the hole, get it underneath the bat. Just tries to jam down on it, but loses his leg stump there. And how many times have we seen that so far this tournament? Just an uncanny knack of being able to hit that block hole, hit that Yorker length, and just always spearing in towards the stumps as well. So picks up another wicket. The score is 20 for 2.
The new batsman for the Patriots, Pawan Saraf, he's just scored the 39 runs so far. A high score of 14 runs. Two of their best batsmen back in the dugout. We have a game on our hands. Don't write the Kathmandu team off yet. He's a real fighter, is Rohan Mustafa. He's not going to give up until the very last run is scored. And you gotta love his celebrations.
Oh, I love his celebrations, and you can tell he senses he's on top here, just squeezing his inner ring fielders in a wee bit more, and he's brought Kevin O'Brien into slip as well, and he's just hunting for that third wicket here. Sensible batting there from Saraf. He struggled a bit in his previous game. Footwork wasn't too good early on, but he seems to be picking them early on and onto the middle of the bat.
A full toss there from the captain, Rohan Mustafa, but just punched down the ground for a single. He always has a smile on his face. Just great to see the spirit with which he plays his cricket, Rohan Mustafa.
Into that offside that he just strengthened up as well with another man in the covers, so beautiful bowling there, bowling right to his field.
This time just the single on the leg side. Come to the end of the fourth over, 22 for 1-2. Interesting tactics here from Rohan Mustafa. Continuing with Kevin O'Brien. Third over. And a quick single to Gyanendra Malla there. This is the 6th game that the Patriots and the Kathmandu team are playing. And the Patriots have had 3 captains so far this season. They started off with Sompal Kami. Unfortunately, didn't play after the first game because of an injury. And Kevin O'Brien took on the mantle of being the captain. He did that just for a game, and then the baton was passed on to Rohan Mustafa, who's done an excellent job in leading this side. They've had a good run. 2 back-to-back victories. Coming into the qualifier. Some width on offer there. Flashed hard at it. Just the single to third man.
So O'Brien a little bit lucky to get away with that one. We've seen a lot of those type of deliveries be dispatched to the boundary for 4, but he's such an experienced campaigner. He's got his boundary rider in the right place, and we can see here he's just making a wee change to the field now, bringing that third man up from the boundary into the circle and pushing his mid-on back to long on. So, you know, we can maybe expect a wee cut, a wee slower ball here.
He did bowl the slower one. Rolled his fingers over there, but couldn't maintain the line and straight down the leg side.
I like Kevin O'Brien as the bowler. He's not necessarily the fastest man going around, but he's clever. He knows his plans extremely well, and he's always changing his pace up and down and trying to stay one step ahead of the batsman.
Yes, player who plays within his limitations. He knows that variations are key here. Good line, good length, mixing his pace up and hoping that the batsman will make the mistake. Good over so far, just the 3 runs coming of the first 3 balls. Kathmandu team will be happy with proceedings in the first power play here. Shot. Straight to the point fielder though, another dot ball.
Again, maybe slightly lucky to get away with that, but got a very, very strong offside field here and picks up another dot ball. And maybe we shouldn't be surprised with how many wickets Kevin O'Brien's picked up in this tournament. After all, he is Ireland's leading ODI wicket taker, which may come as a wee bit of surprise, but been around for a very long time and been very, very successful in international cricket as well.
This is excellent bowling from Kevin O'Brien. Good tidy stuff here. Good line, good length. And the Patriots batsmen respecting that. They're happy to play the dot balls, get the singles. 26 for 2. Just one delivery left in this over. And a dot ball to finish the 5th. The Lalitpur Patriots 26 for 2. Two big wickets for the Kathmandu Kings 11 in the first 5 overs. Intriguing passage of play here. To take you through from 6 to 10, it's going to be Parvez Maroof and Andrew Leonard.
Thank you, Navneet. Kathmandu Kings back in the game, picking up 2 crucial wickets of Koswala and Toma. And Rohan Mustafa not letting the pressure go. It's 27 for 2.
Outside edge, that's going to skew away. There's no slip in place. It's going to be a boundary. Nothing Kevin O'Brien can do about that. He bowls so full, Mustafa, doesn't he? Constantly hitting the block over this.
Yeah, that's his game plan. A crucial wicket of Koswala. You see the replay there, thick outside edge, passing short third man. Kevin O'Brien, no chance over there. And constantly bowling full, trying to expect to hit the stumps. But batters.
He's so effective at hitting the block hole. I just wondered if that outside edge maybe clipped the glove of Raju Rijal even. Certainly wasn't a chance. But looked to me like there might have been a slight deflection.
Good comeback by Rohan. 2 dot deliveries. Pulling back his length. Giving no width at all to batsman Saraf.
Yeah, it's interesting to see the Kings flying through their overs. The end of the 6th, it's 31 for 2. Joining us back here, you're seeing a few of the highlights of the power play on your screen, and all 6 overs have been bowled so far by that man Kevin O'Brien in front of us, and Rohan Mustafa, the 2 overseas stars. And it's going to be a 3rd overseas star, Pradeep Sahu, and his leg so impressive yesterday, Farves.
Indeed, it was very impressive yesterday. Important 4 overs for Kathmandu from Sahu, wicket taking bowler for me, wicket to his.
Oh, a beauty to start. We saw how many overs of spin the Lalitpur Patriots bowled on this pitch. Immediate turn for Sahu.
Concerning signings for Patriots. Straight away, Sahu ripping it one from the middle stump.
Beats the bat again. And you can see Kings will be delighted to have taken the 2 key openers of Kulsawala and Tomar. They're going to need to get past the Patriot skipper, Gaindra Mala. Driven, beats the man at cover. There's a man out of deep cover. He has another misfield, and that's going to run through his legs and his hands.
Not got that good feeling from Bikram Busal. Should have been for one, just a single. Then boundary. Captain Sahu, bowler Sahu is not happy. See the replay there. Brilliant effort by the short extra cover fielder there, but not a great effort by Bikram Busal in deep sweeper.
Beauty, absolute beauty from Sahu. He's getting extravagant turn out of this centre wicket of the 3 that we've used at the Kurdapur International Cricket Ground. The Kings' fielding was so good yesterday. It's the fielding performance of the entire tournament. Not off to a good start there with Busal conceding that boundary. Chipped into the air, get away for a single. Sahu causing all sorts of bother here.
Absolutely. 5 deliveries right on the spot, in the right length. Sahu's going to be key for Kings 11, as well as Rohan Mustafa. And they got Shamsad Saeed, left arm spinner, as well as Bikram Busal, the leg spinner. So plenty of spin to come from the Kings 11. And it all depends on Captain Ganendra Malla, how he's going to go about.
Hit down the ground towards long off. Kevin O'Brien will do the fielding. That ends the 7th over. It's 37 for 2. Seven overs gone. Could be in for another low scoring thriller on this centre wicket. We saw in the opening match of the tournament, the TVS Everest Premier League, where the Biratnagar Warriors, the reigning champions, they needed 50 off the last 5, chasing just 104. 105 to win they needed. It's a little bit similar today because Patriots only need 109, and we are going to see more spin, as my co-commentator Farvez Maharouf called. It's going to be an arm spin. Mohamed Samson Sheikh. This is going to be the spinners that will decide the fate of this match today. They're going to come back for 2. Scampered 2. They take the bails off. Umpire decides not to go upstairs. They get home safely. Sorry, will it be spin that decides the outcome of the day?
Absolutely, as well as this partnership for me. Saraf and Malla, the two experienced, have been in decent form. You see the replay there. Close, but not close enough. Umpire making the, sorry, beg your pardon, the head umpire making the decision then itself. Shamsad Saeed, the left arm young spinner. work cut out with two right-handers in on strike.
Short pulled away into the leg side. It's gone over the two men in the deep. Flies all the way to 6. Superb power.
Dragged down by Samsad. Huge 6 by Saraf. Almost hit the screen on the grounds. Not a good start by Samsad. Need to be better than this for Kings 11 to have any chances of winning this game. Moderate score. Bowled with two quality batsmen here.
Yeah, it was a from Sheikh. But it was so well picked up by Saraf, and something we've seen lacking in the local Nepali throughout the tournament has been clear the ropes. But Saraf showing he can do it there. That brings the required run rate down towards 5 and over. Better this time. Interesting on that 2 that they ran. I think a better throw might have had him in trouble.
Absolutely. I thought a better throw and a quick return would have had Captain Malla in trouble.
Flat again, pulled away into the deep. On the ground this time, straight to the man at Cow Corner. Target 109 here. Malla and Saraf so key to this chase for the Patriots. Remember, the Patriots beat the Kings by 10 wickets in the group stages. One of the only real hammerings of the tournament so far. That's much better. Big appeal. Given! He took his time, the umpire, but he's been given LBW. That's the 3rd wicket.
Huge wicket for the Kings 11. The cap skipper Malla of Patriots. Gone by Shamsad, saying arm delivery. Interesting replay to say. I thought it may be missing the off stump, Andrew. Would be interesting to see what the replay is.
Yeah, just skidded on with the arm, and it's a very good decision for me because it's missed the outside edge. Would have gone on to slide into middle and leg. That's it. It's 46 for 3. It's going to be Kushal Bertel, the new man to the crease, and he's come to the wicket because Mohammed Samsad Sheikh struck for a 6 by Paran Saraf. He's got the big wicket of the Patriots captain, Gyanendra Malla, the Lalitpur Patriots captain, Gyanendra Malla. And Kushal Bertel, how many runs this tournament, has he?
Just the 5 to be exact. As you see, the end of the 8th over. Patriots 46 for loss of 3 wickets.
Pawan Saraf on 16 not out. He's really going to hold the key to this Patriots chase, particularly with Malla falling. Patriots lower and middle order hasn't been full of runs in this tournament, and we could see that. Kushal Bertel coming in at number 5. He's only got 5 runs in total in his 3rd innings. Sahu's got the ball on a string at the moment. Another beauty. Let's quickly throw down to Sanyuta and see who she's got.
I have with me Steve L. Roberts, who is a promoter of grassroots cricket as well as women's cricket. Steve, thank you so much for joining us. For the past, namaste, let's say in the past 10, 15 years, we didn't think cricket would be so big in Nepal. Cricket has really grown by leaps and bounds, hasn't it?
It's really boomed here, and it's fantastic to see. What a wonderful atmosphere. It's really good. Namaste to all the Nepal viewers. It's really, really great to be here. It's the owner, Kosha Mahajan, invited me to be with the Lalitpur Patriots supporters today. So it's been really good for him to bring me along today. It's fantastic.
Right. Steve, so, a lot of Nepali, the local players, get to play with international cricketers. You think this is such a good opportunity for them? I mean, there's so much for them to learn from the international cricketers, isn't it?
This is an amazing opportunity, a really good opportunity. The growth of cricket is booming, really booming. The growth of female cricket is really booming, and we need to catch on to this because, as you can see here, all the internationals now want to come here. Also, at the moment, we have Sandeep Lamichhane in my hometown of Melbourne, playing with my friend Glenn Maxwell and his team, the Melbourne Stars. So Nepal cricket is booming. We really need to catch on, and let's go for it.
Okay, you just said that your friend has invited you here, so I don't know if I should ask you this, but which team are you supporting? Which is your favorite team in this year's edition of the TVS Everest Premier League?
Well, at the moment, I have to support Lalitpur Patriots because my friend Kosha has invited me. But, of course, my focus is on the grassroots level cricket. So this is the platform I want my young students to get to. This is where we want to be shortly.
So the Lalitpur Patriots have a lot of, fan following in the crowd. It was really, really lovely to have you for this interview, Steve. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That was Steve, and now back to the combox.
Yeah, thanks, Anyuta. And you could see some beautiful leg spin bowling from Pradeep Sahu there whilst we were listening to the organiser of grassroots cricket. Great to hear from him. Another good feel-good story for cricket here in Nepal. Oh, it's another beauty. This is sensational stuff from Sahu, but he remains wicketless. End of the 9th. 48 for 3. Well, we just saw an over of wizardry from Pradeep Sahu, including as good a leg break as you will see at any level of cricket.
Absolutely, Andrew. Sahu right on the spot, pitching midland leg, missing the off stump, top of off stump, any bowler's dream. We see Samsad Said to continue from the far end.
Yeah, there was drift, dip and turn for Sahu. That's the combo every leg he's looking for. Oh, hard hands from Birtle. He knows he's out of form.
Indeed. Lack of runs for Birtle, showing that. And Samsad Said pitching in the right spot, not giving much width to Birtle to free his arms to go through the offside.
Chipped, over the man at cover who's come in very close, Rohan Mustafa. They think about 2 and they're going to get it because it's another misfield, this time from Jitendra Mukhaya.
Rohan Mustafa shot another happy captain, waving his arms. Jitendra Mukhaya, though he hasn't bowled yet, he has a big role to fill in the field. Got to be in his toes.
It's actually remarkable that he hasn't bowled yet. He's opened the bowling in every match he's played for the Kings 11, but they're holding him back today. Oh, another misfield, and it's the captain this time. That's so sloppy. It was an easy stop, it gives away another single.
And not good cricket by Kings 11, giving away 2 extra singles in the last couple of deliveries. Every run counts in this shorter.
And the reason everyone counts is it's because the Kathmandu Kings are only defending 108. They can't afford things like that in the field. They were so good yesterday.
Absolutely not, Andrew. They need to be on their A game to have any chance of winning this game. As you see, a slip fielder. Sagar Poon can bowl off spin as well. Could be a handful. Was a revelation last year. I'm surprised that he hasn't bowled much this season.
Nicely bowled, played into the offside. It'll just be a single this time. And the interesting thing for me is that have the Kings 11 got their team selection wrong? Because Mukhaya is yet to bowl and he batted 11. Why didn't they pick an extra batsman, an extra spinner?
Maybe to use him in the death overs, Andrew. He's a bowler who can bowl good Yorkers. And extra batsman. They could have easily played Amar Singh Rotala, a hard hitter, but they could have also gone with the other way around.
Hit down the ground Long off again, just going to be a single to end the 10th over. That's the halfway stage of the chase. It's 54 for 3. The Lalitpur Patriots card so far. Saraf 19 off 20. He's batting with the out of form Bertel, who's doubled the tally of runs he's got in the tournament this year. Stage is going to bring about a change in the commentary box. So to continue, it'll be Navin Francis.
Oh, that is gone. Oh, Sahu has looked almost unplayable. No one's been able to get close to those balls outside off stump. Just looks like a wee edge on that one that's carried to first slip.
He'll consider himself lucky to have gotten a wicket off that ball. He's played some unbelievable deliveries until then, and a short ball and an edge to the first slip. And was good that Rohan Mustafa persisted slip even into 11th over.
Good edge there, and coming off the wicket-keeper's gloves as well there to that slip. There were lots of pats on the back for Kevin O'Brien, so maybe it was him that really kept pushing to have that slip in there. It goes down. It's 54 for 4.
The new batsman for the Lalitpur Patriots is Sandeep Johra. Take a look at that wicket once again. Short and wide. Well, it turned away from the right-hander, but he managed to get it. Oh, no, another appeal. They all go up in unison, but the umpire does not move. Pradeep Sahu is looking unplayable today.
Yeah, he has so far. That one there, the wrong one, I think, as well. But look, I think not too much right with that. Going truly over top of the stumps there.
Has to be up finger. Pradeep Sahu is turning it on for the Kathmandu team here. 2 wickets in 3 balls. And the Patriots, half the side back in the dugout. 54 for 5 and 2 for 8 for Pradeep Sahu.
Ah, that is absolutely plumb. That's the one that looked like it spin big, and he was expecting it to spin away from him, but just really a fraction, only enough to hit him square in front of the wickets. Oh, have we got a cardinal sin? Just rolling through this front foot here. Has he got a little bit behind the line? Oh.
This looks close.
This is exceptionally close. I would not want to be making this decision here as the third umpire.
Remember, it's the first point of contact with the ground that will count. But it's just so hard to say. It's a matter of just one frame here, but it looks like it's been given out. Yes, there you go. Sandeep Johra, who will depart, and he doesn't trouble the scorers. He's had a disappointing game. Bowled just the 1 over, conceded 18 runs, and he's dismissed for not here. And the Kathmandu Kings 11 team are on fire here, courtesy Pradeep Sahu. And the new batsman for the Patriots, it's their star leg spinner, Sunny Patel. High score of 20 this season. He's got 59 runs. A lot on the batting team now. And he has an informed Pradeep Sahu to deal with. Have a look at him turn here. Has he got a net on it? Yeah! Unbelievable scenes here in Kirtipur. Pradeep Sahu is turning this match on its head. We're seeing the most magical spell of leg spin here from Pradeep Sahu. He gets wicket number 3. Sunny Patel can't believe what just happened. He doesn't believe he's got an edge on it. But the umpire has given that out.
Oh, Sunny Patel might be finding himself in a wee bit of strife here with words and gestures after he still hasn't made it off the strip here. Still dragging himself off the field here. Clearly unhappy with the umpire's decision here, but I've never yet seen a batsman argue their case and have the decision overturned.
Well, take a look at that replay. To be honest, I think there's a gap between bat and ball there, Francis. Well, no wonder he is so disappointed. Take a look at that. My goodness, that seems like a big gap. So much done for the leg spinner here. And he is shocked. Here we go. 3 wickets in 4 balls and he's on a hat-trick. Sahu to Yogendra Singh Karki. Plays it out. No hat-trick for Pradeep Sahu. What an over we've seen. 3 wickets in this over. Let's take a look at this once again. I think there's a massive gap there between bat and ball. No reason he was so disappointed with the decision. Unbelievable. We haven't seen the ball turn so much all through the 3rd edition of the TVS Everest Premier League. This is bowling of its highest quality. 3 for 8 for Pradeep Sahu in the 3 overs. 11 overs completed, 54 for 6. Suddenly there's a huge shift in the momentum. They were 54 for 3 at the start of the 11th over. And they're now 54 for 6. A triple wicket maiden for Pradeep Sahu. What a spell of leg spin we're seeing here from the Indian. Down the ground for a single. Francis, game on here.
Oh, more than game on. A 3-wicket maiden is something special and something you don't see every day. And look, we noticed it before when we were outside, almost right behind the bowler's arm. He looks unplayable, and he showed it again that over. And as much as we can, debate the decisions that have been made today, it's probably evened itself up. There's probably been one each that have gone in the favour of the wrong team. And umpires, they feel the pressure too in these big games, but still no real excuse for Sunny Patel and the way he's acted there. I think he's going to be finding himself in a bit of hot water, a bit of strife, and he might be losing his match fees as well. So you understand they're frustrated, you understand there's so much riding on it, but to be acting like that's not really what we want to be seeing for the game. And I know he'll be frustrated, but there might be some repercussions for that as well.
They're fired up by the Kathmandu Kings 11. You just saw that effort of his own bowling, Samjad Sheikh. They know that they have the momentum here. They want to seize the opportunity. And you can see Kevin O'Brien very proactively aiding his captain with the field places, with the bowling changes. They want to bring all the experience they can. They want to make sure that they take this momentum in the right direction. The Kathmandu Kings 11, 53 required in 50, and it's pressure on the Patriots now.
Yeah, Kevin O'Brien very, very vocal out in the field there. You can see him supporting his teammates almost every ball in the air of them, making sure they're just the right distance off the boundary, making sure they're doing their job, pushing in nice and hard to cut off those twos. And look, he's a super competitive man, and he is up for the fight here.
And a dot ball to finish the 12th, and the Patriots 57 for 6. It's been an action-packed 12 overs so far. Misfields, boundaries. We've seen the big hits as well. And we've seen a whole bunch of wickets fall. This is the first one for Pradeep Sahu in that over. Very lucky to get that wicket. Then wicket number 2, trapped right in front, as plumb as it gets. And then the controversial decision there. Sunny Patel. Huge gap between bat and ball. Much to the disappointment of Sunny Patel. 3 wickets for Pradeep Sahu. And he comes on. In fact, it's not Pradeep Sahu, it's Bikram Bhushal to bowl from the pavilion end. The leg spinners are getting a lot of assistance on this pitch.
Yeah, leg spinners are ragging it today, aren't they? And you can see just by the look of the wicket, it looks like a very worn wicket. We'd compare it to a test match day 4, maybe day 5 wicket, and it's all happening for the spinners here. Oh. Appeals almost every ball beating the bat. We saw the first ball of the over, there was another massive appeal. It seemed like everyone behind the wicket was really interested, but bowler and umpire again unmoved. And look, we've replaced one unplayable leg spinner with another one at this end.
Yeah, we're watching a T20 game. We definitely are. It looks like a test match. Outside off, giving some width there. A good shot by Kushal Burtel. Goes all the way to the sweeper cover fielder for a single.
The danger with this patch as well, as you say, just get through the leg spinner, get through this tough patch, but every ball at the moment, that run rate required is climbing. It's already up to 6.8 and only heading upwards.
Excellent shot off the back foot, and Kevin O'Brien in pursuit. A fantastic effort from the big Irishman. He's up for this challenge, is Kevin O'Brien, and 2 valuable runs saved for his team.
Yeah, setting the standard in the field out there, isn't he, Big Kev? He's, as we said, again, clapping his hands, very vocal in his support of his teammates, and then backing him up in the field there.
Another 2 runs for the Patriots. He's been bowling it short of good length over the last 3 deliveries as Bikram Bhushal, and that's giving the batsman a little more time to maneuver it in the offside and get those singles and doubles. He'd probably want to be bowling it a little fuller and make full use of this pitch. Another short ball. He'd be quite disappointed with that, to be honest. Just the single though, no damage done. End of the 13th over, 63 for 6. .46 required in 42. Very vocal Lalitpur Patriots contingent there. They are right behind their team and they need all the support they can give the team right now at the moment. Yogendra Singh Karki and Kushal Burtel under a lot of pressure in the centre. 46 required in 41. Samjad Sheikh to bowl his final over, 1 for 18 so far.
Again, dot balls to start the over, building that pressure. They'd released a little tiny bit in the last over, but again, just that runs required, that run rate required, just creeping up still every dot ball that's bowled.
And another dot ball, 3 dot balls in this over so far. Pressure building with every delivery, with every dot ball. So difficult to get the spinners away on this track. Make it 4 and 4 and the crowd are starting to get into this game. Something's got to give here. 4 dot balls individual. The magician, Pradeep Sahu. Shot! 6 over cover. Has to be the shot of the innings so far. That came out of nowhere against the run of play. Kushal Burtal comes up, absolute stunner. 6 runs over covers. 6 crucial runs, you'd have to say.
Yeah, good to see him playing with the turn there. The position in his favour, but a fantastic strike over that extra cover fielder, and well needed 6 there. At the end of 14 overs, the Patriots are 70%.
And Bikram Bushal to continue his second over. It's going to be very interesting to see when Pradeep Sahu bowls his final over. He's been quite unplayable, to be honest. What do you think, Francis?
I think leg spin, it's been the order of the day today. Earlier in the tournament especially, it's been the left arm spinners. They've still been important today so far. It's the leg spinners doing the damage.
It's been a useful partnership so far between Kushal Burtal and Yogendra Singh Karki.
And it's going to need to be for quite some time yet. There's still 37 runs required in 34 balls. They're keeping that run rate around that 6.5 mark, keeping it manageable, but another wicket or 2 here could spell disaster.
It might be only the 19 runs that they've put on so far, but every run counts here. 36 and 33.
Bushal's just been a little bit slower through the air. It's allowed them to get back as soon as he misses short. It's not spitting and turning and bouncing as quickly as we saw before.
I think he's struggling to find his length, Bikram Bushal. He's bowling the right lines, but straying on the shorter side with the length. And that's making it a lot easier for the batsmen to rotate the singles and the doubles. And the wrong one. Well read by Yogendra Singh Karki. Another single.
Yeah, good batting there. Picked the variation as well. Played it nicely off the track, just into that leg side for one. And we're going to need to see more of that. And maybe this is the bowler they need to look to target. As soon as he misses short, maybe they've got to look to try and climb into it and pick up a few boundaries against him.
Shot! Another shot inside out.
Yeah, Rohan to Bing Sagar.
And Pradeep Sahu bowled a triple wicket maiden and he got taken off. Talk me through that one, Pervez.
Ideally, if I'm the captain, I would have bowled him out. Just, back him to get another 1 or 2 wickets rather than keeping him to the latter part of the innings. Rohan Musa would have missed a trick there as far as I'm concerned.
And all of a sudden, Kushal Bertel, a man who came into this knock with just 5 runs in the tournament, looks like the key for the Lalitpur Patriots.
Thriving under pressure, Kushal.
Turn for Pun, straight to Kevin O'Brien at fine leg. He picks up quickly, can't get the throw on target. They'll get through for a single.
And no pace to work with Sagar Pun's deliveries. Batsman has to make all the pace. He's not giving anything at all. As you see Sagar Pun limping away. Maybe a twisted ankle again. Not good news for Kathmandu.
Yeah, he does look in a bit of trouble there, Pun. I don't know whether was it in his delivery stride or when he was trying to back up the throw from Kevin O'Brien. I think he might have been trying to run round to back up the keeper. Maybe just ran in the footmarks. You see the physio running onto the pitch. He's trying to stretch it out. The boot's going to come off.
Looks a right ankle. See the replay there. Kevin O'Brien getting it.
He's run into the stumps there, Parva. Hopefully he's going to be all right, but it's a strange way to do an injury.
It's just a knock as far as I'm concerned. Let's see whether there's more about it. He's just strapping.
Yeah, here's the replay. He was looking to run around and back up Kevin O'Brien's throw, and don't quite know what happened, but he's in contact with the stumps, and Sagar Pun for the moment in a spot of bother. He's got to get through this over. He's got 2 balls to go, and I think one of the main reasons that Sagar Pun has come on to bowl is I don't think we're going to see any more of Bikram Bhusal.
No, he's been disappointed to be, say the least. Even yesterday, lots of shorter deliveries, and they got Jikant Mukhya, haven't bowled yet at all. And probably got 1 more over from him.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the 6 wickets to fall. Well, a little break in play. This was the first one. It was the big one for me. Kevin O'Brien got Gareth Tomar, and look at the celebrations from Mustafa. And Mustafa yorked, and talk me through that celebration, please.
All part of the game. Plum in front, that one for me. Gandhar Malla, big wicket there.
Yeah, then there was the caught off the toe end of the bat in a big moment. The LBW that was absolutely plumb, and then look at this in slow motion. Sunny Patel reckons he missed that by about 3 bat lengths, and he took about 20 to 30 seconds to walk away from the crease. He's in trouble with the umpires later on. He might have been unlucky, but you can't do that.
You can't do that. Feel for Sunny Patel. Bad decision by the umpire. Missed by a long way. To Jora and Patel going for zeros, and Sahu at that time was on fire. I thought he just should have bowled out at that point.
The game still in balance, and Pun to fire for his last 2 balls. Oh, stumbling up. Looks like he's struggling. He's really testing out that ankle that's just been strapped. Smiles from Rijal. I wonder, can he get through these 2 balls? He's walking to the crease. And he's just bowled a leg side wide. Surely he's going to come off here. He can't even walk.
Shouldn't have bowled that delivery. I mean, there's always the cricket rules say that if a bowler is injured, someone else can come and fill it in. Ruan Mustafa or Sagar Pun took a huge risk by bowling that delivery. Imagine that gone for 4 rounds. It would be such a crime for Kathmandu Kings 11.
Yeah, well, he's already cost his side a run by deciding to deliver that ball, and you can see now he's going to come off. I'd say we'll have a sub-fielder come onto the field, and they're looking for Bikram Busal to bowl the over, but I'm not sure he can because he's bowled the last over. You can see the coach Binod Das going, what's going on, boys? Completely losing the plot here. So Bikram Busal can't bowl it. Our scorer to our left is correctly pointing that out. And we're going to have, for the first time today, for just 2 deliveries for the moment, Jitendra Mukia.
What coincidence, having some fast bowler today, bowling at. It's dominated by only spin. This is Sagar Pun limping away. Looks like an ankle strain. An important player. Played a crucial knock today. And wish him well.
And that's the second injury concern for the Kathmandu Kings, because remember, their captain at the start of the tournament last 2 overs himself, Sampal Kami. You can see the incident here. He was sprinting around to try and back up the throw. And I don't know where he caused the damage to that right ankle, because he didn't look like any tweak or sprain there. But what it means is that this 16th over is going to take about 45 minutes to finish, because we're finally going to have Jitendra Mukia to bowl the final 2 overs of it. Final 2 balls of it, sorry.
And the big question is, when is Sahu going to be introduced? I think that will be the game changer for me. Either way, Sahu gets a good over, picks up a wicket. I think Kings 11 will be back in the right game.
Yeah, we just spoke about how Mukia is going to have to bowl at least 1 over. And here comes at least from him. Right on the money to number 11 batsman. Shy at the stumps. Kevin O'Brien doing the backing up.
Three more overs of the foreign players and 1 more from Jitendra Mukia to finish off. Enthralling game so far. As always, low scoring games, close games, and never a dull moment. I see the side change of field. Kevin O'Brien from short mid wicket going towards deep mid wicket, and deep third man coming into the circle.
Mukia onto the legs, hooked into the leg side, straight to the man. It'll be a single to finish the 16th over. It's 84 for 6. Equation's pretty simple here today. Lalitpur Patriots need 25 runs off the final 4 overs, just 24 balls, to become the first side to advance to the grand final of the 2018 TVS Everest Premier League. If they make 24 off those 24 balls, we're going to have another super over.
It's a crucial situation in the game. Tridip Sahu to his last over.
He's bowled absolutely beautifully throughout his spell. The batsmen just haven't had an answer. He's generated sharp turn throughout.
And also the perfect length, middle and leg stump line, beg your pardon. Turning away from Bertel.
Nicely bowled, and that's good from Bertel, because he knows they're going to come back for 2 here. Direct hit could be close. No, They're back for the double. He keeps the strike. Birdle, very clever batting.
Kingsland can't afford this. Should have just kept the long on fielder Amar Singh Ratwal. He's on his toes, but still not good enough. Great running by the Patriots. An all important 2 runs there.
Good again from Sahu. It's been a wonderful spell from the tall Indian leg spinner. 23 to win off 21 now. Can he just eke out one more wicket to swing it in favour of the Kings? Big appeal! Not out, possibly going down.
A huge appeal there by Sahu. Looked like was missing leg stump. And Birchall not taking much chance against Sahu. Just 23 runs of 20 balls to be get.
Nicely bowled again from Sahu, but well kept out by Birdle. I think Birdle's just trying to get through this over, and he'll either target Mukaya or then in the last 3.
Yeah, plans are quite clear for the Birtle. You see, right on the length, right on the line, missing by a long way.
Just skidding on that one, not turning. Missing leg, good decision. Shorter to finish his spell. It's been a wonderful one from Pradeep Sahu. He's going to finish with 3 for 11. It's 87 for 6. That's the Kathmandu Kings bowling card. There are 3 overs left to be bowled. I don't think we'll see any more of Bhushal, so it's going to be Mustafa with this the 18th over, and most likely Jitendra Kumar McGeeh and Kevin O'Brien with the last 2, the 2 death overs. It's 22 to win. 18 balls left. Off the outside edge, beats the man. That's going to run away for 4. Batting.
Squeeze it past the gap between the short third man and the cow point fielder. Very good batting by Kurt Birtle coming into this inning, just 5 runs. And all of a sudden, he's playing the innings of his life.
You can see Mustafa, he's absolutely exceptional at hitting those Yorkers with his eyes, but Birtle was expecting it.
As you see another fail of field chain there. The cow point fielder coming towards mid wicket. It only says he's going to bowl wicket to wicket.
Shorter, chipped, gone! Brilliant from Mustafa. Birtle's giving it away!
And chipped it at short mid wicket. Easy cut there. Field at short mid wicket. Captain Ran Mustafa picking up a crucial wicket there. Very good comeback by the Kings after conceding the boundary in the first delivery. Took all.
Dragged his length back. It was slower for Mustafa. It turned to Steve DeMole, ends up on an easy catch. Taken by Amar Singh Rutela. That's the 7th wicket. 91 for 7. Here's the wicket. It was the 7th to fall, and just as we were praising Kushal Birdle for his innings, plate, he's gone for 29. The youngster to the crease. It's going to be Tamang, the left arm spinner on debut.
Beaten outside the off stump. Very well bowled by Ran Mustafa.
Well, just correction on that. The graphic at the bottom of your screen is wrong. Because in fact it's Sonu Tamang coming in. The Tamangs clashing. Surya will probably come in further down the order on debut. But Mustafa's dragging his side back into the game. It's ebbing and flowing both ways. But towards long on, just a single. Fumbled it long on. Are they going to come back for two? They won't. What's going on out here, Parvez?
A quick recovery by Naresh at long on. Bumpy outfield. Got to expect sometimes. But a quick recovery by Naresh.
17 to win off 13 balls. Pulled into the leg side. Could be a chance for two here. They'll get there easily. It's going to be 15 to win off the last two overs because the score is 94 for 7. That's the Lalitpur Patriots card. It's the TVS Everest Premier League 2018, and we've got yet another thriller because this game looks almost destined to go last over with all three results possible. It's 15 to win off 12, and it's going to be one of the stars of the tournament so far, Irishman Kevin O'Brien, to bowl the penultimate over.
A huge over for Kevin O'Brien. Predominantly it's going to be leg cutters into the wicket, slowing it down, making batsmen use all the power they have.
And he's got the new man at the wicket, Sonu Tamang on strike. Going to be a dot ball to start. What will he be trying to restrict them to in this over?
I reckon if Kevin keeps about 7 runs or under in this over, Kingsland will be having a good chance with Lalitpur Patriots. Not much batting to come. Only Karki is on 14 in 21 deliveries. It's not going to be hard because the wicket is dying and too slow.
Short from O'Brien. That's another dot ball. Back-to-back dot balls. He claps his hands.
Slow, a shorter ball by Kevin. The leg cutter working against Tamang. Trying to hike it towards mid-wicket. Completely misses it. Very well disguised slow ball bouncer by Kevin there.
Yeah, 5 men outside the circle. A deep backward square leg. A cow corner. A long on, a long off. And a deep cover. That means the fine leg and third man are both in the circle. Into the pitch again. Hit towards the man. A cover gone. O'Brien roars. The wicket's taken. It's Rutella again with the catch. Can the Kings seal their spot in the final?
Absolutely brilliant by Kevin. 3 dot deliveries especially. And to add to a bonus there, picking up the wicket of Tamang. There's just 2 wickets to go. Lalitpur Patriots looking down the barrel. That's 8th wicket down for Patriots, 94.
It was bowled into the wicket. Tamang didn't know what to do. All he could do was slap it to cover. 15 to win off 9 now. One Tamang is going to be replaced by another because it's the youngster. Look at how nervous he is on debut in the Everest Premier League. The left arm spinner. Surya Tamang, he bowled so well earlier. Can he do it with a bat?
The stage is all set for the youngster here. Can be a hero on his debut. See Kevin O'Brien setting his field, getting a short extra cover towards mid-off.
He's going to come round the wicket, O'Brien. Cleverly played by the youngster, showing experience beyond his years. He gets a single. O'Brien doesn't mind that. 14 to win off 8. Karki back on strike.
2 huge deliveries coming up, contest of this game. As we predict, last over to be bowled by Jiten Mukia. He has been hot and cold in this entire tournament. He beat me there first. But if Karki can hold on his wicket, I think we're still in for a good game.
Mukaya certainly has been hot or cold, but I still think the Patriots are going to want a boundary in this over. Can they find the rope off Kevin O'Brien? Into the pitch, off the top edge, third man runs round, dropped! It's going to run away from him, and it's going to go for a boundary 4.
Lucky there, Kaki. Good effort by Amit Sestava. Going back, never easy to go get that catch. Unfortunately, misses him and go for a boundary. What an important boundary there by Kaki. Just 1 delivery to go in this over. Wants to get off 7 deliveries.
It's skewed off the top edge. It was a sprawling diving effort. Would he have been better trying to save the catch? He looked for glory, and as soon as he missed the catch, it was always going to run away for 4. 10 to win off 7 now. Into the pitch, pulled into the leg side. There's 2 men out there. Straight to the one of them. Just going to be a single. Parky's going to keep the strike. It's going to be 7 to win off the last over. 9 to win off the last over. It's 100 for 8. That's the Patriots card. All 3 results possible yet again going into the final over. How many times have we seen this in the 2018 TVS Everest Premier League? Andrew Leonard bringing these pictures next to Parvez Mafarouf. He's praying for a super over. It's all he wants.
All I wanted a Kings win, to be honest, Andrew. They've been a deserved team. They're consistently playing well in the last 3 games. As we see, Mukaya just pulled the 2 deliveries, filling in that over for Sagar Poon. And what a big over coming up. 9 runs to get off 6 deliveries.
Yeah, extraordinary scenes. A man who has only bowled 2 deliveries in the entire match is going to bowl the final. And he's doing that because Sagar Poon went off injured. And the number 11 batsman for the Kings. The entire of his team on his shoulders. Patriots need 9 runs. The Kings need 2 wickets or to restrict them to less than 8. Here we go. Full hit down the ground. Towards the man at long on. He picks up cleanly. The throw comes in. Big appeal. It's going to go upstairs. He thinks he's got his man. It was a desperate dive to the third umpire.
The naked eye looked out for me, Andrew. Interesting to see whether youngster Surya Tamang made his ground there.
Did he disturb the bails though? Before the ball was in his hands. Here we go. Oh, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant from Mukaya, because he has wrapped his arms around the stumps, taken the bails off. He's got his man. That's the 9th wicket. I have no doubt about that.
Massive wicket there for the Kings 11. The 9th wicket to fall. Karki has to do all the work now. He's going for the second. Huge risk there. But they did the right thing, trying to get Karki back into the striker's end. The main youngster Surya Tamang run out.
There's the signal. It's given out officially. 1 run goes to the total. The crowd roars. The local crowd roars. The Kathmandu Kings are 1 wicket away. It was the captain, Rohan Mustafa, at long on. It was a throw on 1 bounce, but how brilliant did Mukaya do to claim the ball, not disturb the bails, his arms originally, and then take off the stumps to run him out. Karki does retain the strike, just 1 added to the total. It's now 8 to win off 5.
I'm interested to see how Karki is going to go about now, being the settled batsman, tail in the other side, whether he's going to take the single if it's an offer, or else he'll take him by himself.
Mukaya to Karki. Mukaya, who gets a hand on a dot ball. 8 off 4. Karki winning the game though.
Not the easiest wicket to do that, Andrew. I think under pressure, Mukaya has put 2 golden deliveries here. Karki eyeing this long on boundary. got to go for a big shot here.
Remember, Mukaya's had problems with his front foot in this tournament as well. He's bowled several no balls. Don't rule out something else happening here, Farvez. Full straight, hammered down the ground. The two men converge. It's picked up cleanly. Here comes the throw. Could be a run-out chance. No, he gets back. Brilliant running by Rajbanshi.
Brilliant run by Rajbanshi there. Kaki hitting down the ground for a couple. To see the replay there. Good Yorker right on the middle stump. No absolute width at all. And very good running by the tail end Rajbanshi to come back with second. Desperate effort as in the crease there.
We've got a change of bat coming on. Karki didn't like that one. He wants to run with a lighter one. 6 to win off 3. Here comes Mukaya. Full straight hit into the offside. There's protection out there. The cover fielder picks it up cleanly. They're turning and coming for 2. Chaos in the middle. Thrown to the wrong end. They get back for 2.
Complete chaos by the Kathmandu Kings 11. Gifting him away easy single there, and most importantly getting Karki to the back into the striker's end. And important 2 runs there for the Patriots.
It was cleanly picked up but thrown to completely the wrong end. Mukaya called for it. It was a weak throw. He finally picked it up, and by the time the throw went to the other end, scampered back for 2. Amatreshtra with the weak throw in the outfield allowed them to get back for 2. Ronnie Mustafa at long on. He's trying to marshal his troops. The Patriots just 1 hit away now. 4 to win off 2 balls. All 3 results possible. And I'm almost certain it's going to another super over. I don't know about you, Farvez.
Yeah, definitely all 3 results are possible here. Here comes Jitendra Mukhya.
Into the block hole, hit to the outside. Is that going to go all the way? No, it's not. Long off runs around. Time for 2. It's going to be 2 to win. Off the final ball, 1 for a tie and 1 for the super over that I called about 6 overs ago.
What a nail-biting finish we got in hands. It's so far Jitendra Mukhya has been out and cold. Bowl well, but even good batting by Kaki. Not taking much risk, picking up all the 2 runs possible. And you see every result possible now.
Remarkably, there is no change in the field. No change of any kind in the field. It's going to remain the same. We have the men in the deep at long on and long off. Cow corner, deep cover. 2 to win, 1 to tie for a super over. Top ball or a wicket to win it for the Kings. Onto the legs, hit into the leg side. It's wide of Mustafa. Mustafa picks up, they come back for 2. He doesn't take the bails off. The Patriots win, they go to the final. Nagendra Singh Karki's the hero.
Fantastic by Jitendra Kaki, showing his experience, maturity, not taking much risk, finishing off this game in style. Fair as thought for the Kings 11 to give a good fight, but Patriots, the last few overs has been absolutely magnificent.
Remarkable scenes of celebration from Sunny Patel and Kulsawala. They feel like they were wrong. They win by the tightest possible margin. They seal their place in the 2018 TVS Everest Premier League Grand Final. He falls to his knees, Karki, alongside his partner Yug Rajbanshi. It's all too much for him. He's in tears.
Absolutely heartbreaker for the Kings 11. Give a good fight, trying to defend this small total. But all in all, great game of cricket. And Lalitpur Patriots make it to the final.
It was 8 to win off 4 balls, and they got 4 consecutive 2s to triumph in the tightest possible manner off the final ball. Where here was the moment. It was clipped into the leg side. Rajbanshi was backing up brilliantly, but Karki was slow to turn. It was a clean pickup from Mustafa. The throw came in, and Rijal couldn't collect it cleanly. He dropped the ball. He might have been home anyway, but Karki touched the sky, and we've seen yet another thriller at the TVS Premier League.
A better throw would have had him, but saying that Rohan Mustafa gave 100%. As we see the Patriot supporters enjoying their winning moment there.
The champagne's being popped, it's going in the crowd, it's going around everyone. The Patriots' sheer delight. And why wouldn't they be delighted? What a game of cricket we've seen. It was a match that ebbed and flowed both ways throughout. That huge crowd have got their money's worth today. But it's the Patriots that go to the grand final.
Deservedly so. Patriots have been the consistent team right throughout. Deservedly they go to the finals. Spare of thoughts for the Kings 11, who gave a good fight. And also coming into this game, they got the momentum of winning the last 3 games that they played. But unfortunately, falling short. And Kaki, what a hero he was.
What a game of cricket we have witnessed here at the Kirtipur International Cricket Ground. This is the tournament that just keeps going. And here's some of the batting highlights. They were never fluent, and any of the runs that did come tended to be off outside edges. The Kings bowled so well, led by their captain Rohan Mustafa. Pradeep Sahu, he was simply outstanding. How costly were those few misfields we referred to, and a few very fine shots from Kushal Bertal. I thought he'd played the innings that was going to win them the game, but when he fell, how crucial a moment was that. Little bit of naivety perhaps from Amit Tristra. Instead of trying to save the boundary, he went for the catch, went for the glory, and there's the winning runs for the Lalitpur Patriots. That's the batting card.
Yeah, fantastic knock by Bertel. 29 of 27. Hero for me was Kaki. 28 of 21. It was a match-winning knock under pressure. Only scoring the double 2 runs in the last over and taking the Lalitpur Patriots home.
Yeah, there was 9 wickets that fell. To take a look at all of those 9, it was Kevin O'Brien who got the big one early. Gaurav Tomar. Mustafa knew how important that was, and then Mustafa took out the other Indian opener, Kulsawala. That partnership has been so formidable throughout the tournament. And when they had those 2 wickets, they thought that might have been that. And there was an LBW for Samsad Sheikh. We saw a brilliant spell of bowling from Pradeep Sahu. Caught it slip. Trapped a man LBW, then a controversial caught behind decision. Sunny Patel wasn't happy about, and that was the moment I thought Kushal Bertal gave it away, and I thought he gave the game away with it. And then Kevin O'Brien took the 8th wicket to fall shortly before this run out, where Rohan Mustafa got the throw in with a brilliant bit of work from Mustafa. I thought the game was with 8 to win off 4. They got over the line, Farvez.
Absolutely. Let's see the bowling lineup. Pradeep Sahu pick off the bowlers, picking up 3 wickets for 11 runs. Kevin O'Brien doing his job as well. A couple of wickets for 21. Rohan Mustafa, 4 overs for 23 for 2 wickets. And nothing much to speak about. And the partnerships, as a 7th wicket partnership of 37 was a game changer for me. You see the 2 extras. And also slight misfields for the Kings 11 cost us the game.
Yeah, those small margins, that's what deciding this match. The Lalitpur Patriots, they're going to go on to the grand final. We'll see them here on Saturday the 22nd of December in front of a packed crowd. But the Kathmandu Kings, they're still alive. They're going to go and play the winners of tomorrow's game between 3rd and 4th. And that's going to be between the Chitwan Tigers and the Barawa Gladiators. So the Kings are still in this tournament, but they're going to have to do it the hard way. They're going to have to win 2 more matches. We're going to be back to you with the post-match presentation. These messages.
We've witnessed here as the first qualifier, Kathmandu Kings 11 and Lalitpur Patriots went down to the last ball. Both sides had their check 1 2 check. Ladies and gentlemen, another game that went right down to the wire. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what a qualifier we've had today. Another match that went right down to the wire. Lalitpur Patriots winning the toss and putting the Kathmandu Kings 11 out to bat. Rohan Mustafa 32, Sagarpun 29. They could only muster 108 runs in 19.5 overs, losing all of their wickets. And then there were moments for both sides in this game. At a point, Kathmandu was very close to the finish line, but in the end, Gyanendra Malla, Kushal Purtel and Yogendra Singh Karki contributing to Lalitpur Patriots total, and they reached the target in the last ball. Let me introduce you to the presentation party. Welcome all gentlemen. From my extreme left, Mr. Ravinder Saini, country manager of Ponder Ricard. To his right, Sri Shubhakanta Kanungo, Chief Operating Officer of Nepal SBI Bank. To his right, from Family Oil, Kamal Khatiora, representative for Shiva Shakti Group. Mr. Amir Akhtar, MD and founder of the Everest Premier League, and Mr. Jagat Tamata, head coach of Nepali national team. We're gathered here today to felicitate a person who has done so much to Nepali cricket, devoted most of his life, 21 years as a groundsman in Nepal and in the TU International Cricket Ground. I'd like to welcome, it's an absolute honor to welcome Mr. Baldev Mandal for Lifetime Achievement Award granted by the TVS EPL. And Mr. Akhtar will hand over the trophy. Mr. Jagat Tamata will also hand over the Lifetime Achievement Award check of rupees 25,000. An emotional moment for him. 21 years as a ground staff in the TU International Cricket Ground. Been there since the start, Mr. Baldev Mandal. It's quite an emotional moment. र बलदेवजीलाई मसँग दुई शब्द कुरा गर्नको लागि आग्रह गर्न चाहन्छु. बलदेव दाई 21 वर्षदेखि ग्राउन्ड स्टाफ हुनुहुन्छ तपाईँ. आज लाइफ टाइम अचिभमेन्ट अवार्डले तपाईँ विभूषित हुनुभएको छ. कस्तो महसुस भइरहेको छ? I guess it's a very emotional moment for him, so the words are not coming out. धन्यवाद बलदेव दाई, तपाईको पूरा कन्ट्रिब्युसन नेपाली क्रिकेटको लागि, नेपाली क्रिकेट फ्यान्स, नेपाली क्रिकेट खेलाडी, सम्पूर्ण नेपाली क्रिकेट जगतले यहाँलाई इतिहासमा याद राख्नेछ. धन्यवाद. Baldev Mandal, everybody. 21 years as a ground staff. Boy, that's a long time. So we would like to appreciate his contribution to Nepali cricket. And now moving on, the captain who was very close to win, but in the end ended up in the losing side. I'd like to invite on stage Rohan Mustafa, the captain of Kathmandu Kings 11. Rohan, tough luck. There were moments, of course, 109 was not a very big score, but there were moments where you thought that you could actually be in the final with even this target.
I think 90% we were on a winning state, but unluckily a few bad balls and few bad decisions take us to lose on a losing side. But still, it's a game of cricket. It was a great game. I think everyone enjoyed it, so that's for that what we are here.
Eliminator in the next couple of days. What are the plans for that?
I think we don't have any plan. Guys are playing really well. I think they should come. They should not get morale down. They will come up, and inshallah we will try to win and play a final.
Tough luck today, Rohan. All the best. And now I'd like to invite on stage the winning captain for today, Gyanendra Malla from Lalitpur Patriots, the first team to reach the finals of TVS EPL 2018. What an effort this has been, Gyanendra. How are you feeling at the moment? First team to be in the final of TVS EPL 2018.
Feeling proud of the boys. I think they I guess like the way we were batting, and then lastly like Kushal and then Yogi finishing up well. I think too impressive with them.
There were some tense moments in the match. Through 108, you thought that was an achievable score?
Yeah, it was always an achievable score, but then we lose our way. But then there were a couple of decisions as well, which went against us. So I think the umpiring should be like up to the standards as well.
You've got 3 days now, then the mega final of TVS EPL 2018. What are the plans?
Nothing, but we want to day out. Like most of our guys are feeling sick, so we want to recover for a couple of days. I think that's a good break for us.
Well done today, Captain, and good luck for the finals. There were some enticing performances today. A lot of people coming in to contribute to both the teams. But in the end, as the game changer, as the family oil game changer of the day, the commentators have decided that it is Pawan Saraf who picked up 3 wickets in a spell of 4 overs, 1 maiden bowled as well, and yielded only 13 runs. So he's the family oil game changer for the day, and he will receive the family oil game changer gift voucher from Mr. Kamal Khatiora, representative from Shiva Shakti Group Company. Thank you very much, Pawan. And now moving on to the commentator's choice for the bankable player of the match. And I guess there was no No notice decisions there. Yogendra Singh Karki with 28 runs of 29 deliveries, a not out innings, and also 3 wickets in his spell of 2.5 overs. Undoubtedly the man of the match for today, also the bankable player of the day. He will receive the medal from Mr. Ravinder Saini and the check from Mr. Shubhakanta Kanungo. Stayed there till the end and guided his team to the final. Yogendra, if I can have a word with you. So batting गर्न जानु भएको थियो, अलिकति गाह्रो सिचुएसन थियो टिमको लागि, के सोचेर मैदान प्रवेश गर्नु भएको थियो र कतिको गाह्रो भयो यो आजको जित?
सोचिरहेको थिएँ कि लास्टसम्म गेमलाई लगेर जाऊँ अनि सकेसम्म चाहिँ एक्लै गएर पनि जिताइदिउँ।
बोलिङमा पनि तपाईँ उत्कृष्ट ठहरिनु भयो, ब्याटिङमा पनि उत्कृष्ट ठहरिनु भयो, आफ्नो पर्फर्मेन्सदेखि खुसी हुनुहुन्छ तपाईँ आज र पहिलो टिम तपाईँको courtesy you to reach the finals.
खुश छु अनि लेट्स होप फाइनल पनि जितौँ।
Yogendra Singh, thank you very much. Well played today. Yogendra Singh Karki, everybody, an all-round effort from him. 2.5 overs, 3 wickets and 28 runs of 29 deliveries. Not out innings. He hung there till the end and made sure that Lalitpur Patriots entered the final. Thank you, my dignitaries. That's all from the presentation ceremony. Up to the commentary box.
Yeah, thank you, Suraj. And great to hear from you for the first time today, hosting that post-match presentation for us. What a game of cricket. You can see the sun setting behind us there. The Lalitpur Patriots, they've gone through to the final, the grand final, but tomorrow it's going to be the third v fourth eliminator of the 2018 TVS Everest Premier League. It's the Wire Gladiators. They're going to take on the Chitwan Tigers, and the winner of that will go to play the Kathmandu Kings. And we're going to leave you with some brilliant highlights from a stunning match of cricket. We'll see you tomorrow.